just calling to say I just calling to say I
What is up, fight fans, and welcome to MMA Weekly's live coverage of Canelo versus Crawford, the super fight of all super fights. Look at inside Allegiant Stadium looking like a Raider playoff game. Well, what do we know what a Raider playoff game looks like? All right, let me stop, Vegas. I kid you, Vegas, but the Raiders don't know what a playoff game looks like there. Anyway, I will tell you this. My name is Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease, Gries. I've been with MMA Weekly, luckily with Scott and company, Jeff Kane, for a long time. The great tradition that Ryan and Scott established years ago. And 20 plus years later, here we are, millions and millions of you watching our live coverage of the biggest fights in the world tonight. It's Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican hero, the multiple-time champion, many weight classes, the legendary Saul Canelo Alvarez, and of course, Terence Bud Crawford, moving all the way up two weight classes. He has been a champion, and he's looking to become tonight. Yeah, we're talking about the four-belt era, to become the first men's boxer to be an undisputed champion in three weight classes. And man, oh man, are we pumped for this action here tonight. Right now, the co-main event is in round number 2, about a minute left there in that round, and it's 2 of 10, by the way, between Fernando Vargas Jr. and Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh, a rising star. Vargas as well. They're both undefeated, man. Highly ranked. And Vargas, of course, fighting to emerge from his father's ominous shadow. How about the greatness of the one, the only Fernando Vargas, as boxing gets a new look. Dana White and Turkey. Oh, my Lord, these guys bringing the noise. And shout out to Turkey. Turkey spending a fortune to get this fight done. I mean, what a co-main to have Vargas and to have Callum Walsh. I mean, undefeated junior middleweight prospects. And by the way, the Canelo Crawford fight tonight. Oh, man. And you got Bruce Buffer as the ring announcer. You got John Anik on play-by-play. You got me here on MMA Weekly with Scott. He's up there in Vegas at the fight. Look at that BTS, by the way, industry term, behind the scenes. Look at Allegiant Stadium. Look at the sheer size of that joint. They have like VIP sections down there where you get steak and whatnot. Round 2, by the way, in the books from Vargas and Callum Walsh. Callum Walsh, of course, trained by Freddie Roach. He's going to be crisp. He's going to be solid. He's sharp. He's a technical fighter, and one of the big reasons why he is undefeated. Vargas Jr., no surprise. Bambino of a legend. He is a brawler, man, just like his pops. He's got a chin. He's got power. And this is going to be something for Callum Walsh with an opportunity to prove himself here tonight. For Fernando Vargas Jr., it's to validate his skill. By the way, come on in. We are here for all the big fights. We're going to be here for all the big UFC fight cards coming up. Of course, the boxing matches, Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. You know, we'll be here for it all. We are here for it all. We are absolutely pumped for all that. We love having you here. Please smash that like button, the subscribe, as we get set to bring you Canelo and Crawford here on MMA Weekly. And I will tell you what, Callum and Vargas, you can see us right there in the chat. Come on in. Let us know what you think and have some fun with us in the chat. The like, the subscribe, all that as we start the third round here. Oh, Riyadh season at Allegiant Stadium. Dana White doing the promotion. What an outstanding job he's been doing all week with all the media. But you get the UFC feel with Buffer, with John Anik, with all that kind of media coverage and whatnot. So it's been an interesting week. You know, and of course, Vargas is sponsored by Gila River Casinos down in Arizona, where I live, does appearances down here. I've gotten to see him a few times there, know his dad back in the day, covered boxing for years. I used to be one of the guys that HBO Boxing flew out, and I'd be on that Radio Row type of thing where all the boxing luminaries would come through, and we'd interview them all one by one, from Oscar to Shane Mosley, my guys, Bert Sugar, Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman. Shout out to Max hosting on Ring. And man, oh man, yes, Fernando Vargas Sr. Hard for me to sit there and look at him, man, and see his kids. And because I know, like, the Grays are coming in for all of us. And by the way, if you want to give us a super chat, help us out. If you like the coverage, nothing comes free. We do this for you. And if you want to show some appreciation, you can do that as well with a super chat here for MMA Weekly. And if you don't, hey, that's your prerogative. And just as I'd like to say, and I would like to real quick, and I don't want to make too much of this because this is not the place to do it or the time, really, but there's no time and no place where you can't be a great human. And what I would say is a great human is someone with compassion and empathy and love in their heart, right? So I also have a friend who's really suffering right now. So I just wanted to say, pay a little tribute to Charlie Kirk, a guy who spoke his mind, whether you agreed with him or you didn't. He always wanted people to debate. He encouraged people who didn't agree with him to debate him and go back and forth with one another, which is what this country is based upon. And, you know, the senseless killing of a young legend in the making. And I've been friends with his wife, Erica, for a long time. Not a close friend. I don't want to make more of it than it is. We used to work together back in the day, still social media friends. And the strength that she has shown and displayed in this time has been incredible. So as we sit here in combat sports and we realize what fighting is truly all about, I just wanted to make sure I said that here tonight, and I won't say it again. But no matter how you feel, I think it's time for us to realize we all need to come together and watch some boxing and some UFC pay-per-view coverage on MMA Weekly. See if we can solve the world's problems. Anyway, round 3, Vargas and Callum Walsh, man, in Vegas. How about Fernando Vargas Jr.? He's got a lot of power. He's got a ton of power. And I'm looking over to my left because I'm watching the fight while we are, you know, talking to you live here. This site's set for 10 rounds, 14-0 against 7-0. And Ireland, man, you have some, I mean, look, there are some amazing fight fans out of Ireland. And how about Conor McGregor trying to headline the White House card next summer? 5,000 or fewer on the lawn of the White House. Good God almighty. The UFC is coming to D.C. Gonna blow the roof off that biz. 5 seconds left, round 3, Walsh and Vargas Jr. 15 KOs for Vargas, 14 and 11 KOs for Walsh. Both guys, Walsh's nose is bleeding. I mean, that's nothing to a guy like him, you know? But imagine having a father like that. I mean, I don't know how my kids must feel because I'm not like Fernando Vargas Sr., but can you imagine? I mean, just think of who Fernando Vargas Sr. is in this sport, right? As we lead you up to, of course, Canelo and Crawford on MMA Weekly. Bud Crawford, how about that? These are 2 of the top 10 pound-for-pounders. How often do we see that in boxing? Dana White. And how about Dana? I've been involved in 2 of the biggest fights in boxing history. So basically, suck it, boxing. Here I come. And they're going to have some big announcements coming up. Dana and Hunter and everybody at, I don't know if it's Zuffa or if it's the UFC or if it's TKO. And I don't know if Scott is able to chime in with me tonight from where he is, but at the fight. So I am not sure. Yep. All right, here we go. So Julio Cesar Chavez is in the house. They're just gave us a peek at the man himself. Let me just I want to be out of the shot here. Starting round 4 of Walsh versus Vargas. Let me just pull up some stats for you guys on this fight. Walsh versus Vargas here on MMA Weekly. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, Gries. Make sure I don't get off the mic there. And our show tonight is brought to you by Medi, M-E-D-I, an AI-powered health companion that combines conversational and vision-enabled AI, right? Vision with a non-custodial wallet to simplify everyday health tasks. Make it easy for you. It helps users find credible information, book appointments, and keep their data secure and private. It is Medi. Medical intelligence for you. Just hit that QR code on your screen right there to find out more about Medi, M-E-D-I, like, medical, Medi. It makes sense. Come on. 2 and 2 is 4. Let's go. Round 4, Walsh and Vargas from Vegas. Say that 5 times fast. It's not that hard. He wants to emerge from his father's shadow, of course. Live results. I think I've said that about 3 times. I think I go to that whenever I'm like looking at my phone and filling time, and I have that canned phrase that I throw out there. He wants to emerge from his father's shadow. I won't say it again. I promise. This is Canelo Crawford. How about results and scorecards for a Canelo fight on UFC.com? So Vargas stepping into the center of the ring. And one of the things any power puncher is going to want to do is they are going to want to, and let me turn the mic the right way for this, and you're going to see my profile as I give you what's going on here. This microphone that all right, here we go. So Vargas and Walsh. I'm pulling up the live results right now so I can give you some scoring and some things like that. But Vargas Jr. is sharp, man, and he's taking control of the center of the ring. He's got blood coming down the face of Walsh already. Walsh, again, he's the more technical and savvy boxer. At least that's what they say coming in. But Walsh is 32 shots to the body to 10 for Vargas Jr., and then 43 total, 29 for Vargas Jr. So Callum Walsh is landing more punches than Fernando Vargas Jr., and Callum Walsh is clearly landing a lot more. 50K on Crawford. Wow, Honey Maple. Walsh is landing a lot more body shots. Vargas just buzzed the chin, barely missed the cheek. Oh, nice counter right from Walsh. Stuns Vargas and bloodies him a bit. Vargas having a lot of fun. Fight week, flamboyant personality out there, having a good time. I have friends who are friends with him, and they hang out with him and stuff like that. Good dude. Every time I've met him, I've hosted press conferences. Vargas just nailed Walsh with a low blow on a right. I've hosted press conferences with him, and, just a cool kid. I like him. But he's in there with a savage tonight. Walsh is tough. He's got a chin. He's technical, and that's the end of the round. My house on the line. I already bet 78K on Canelo. Who you got tonight? Tonight. Uh-oh. 911, 911, it says up there. As soon as I started to sing, the number went to 911, Scott. That's not good. Oh, they're showing a combo from Walsh on a replay. Man, he threw a beautiful left hook that connected flush on Vargas Jr., and then Vargas coming in with an uppercut that missed, a left counter from Callum Walsh. They just showed it from another angle. It wasn't a separate one. Vargas Sr. in his son's face, vehemently imploring him and egging him on here. Everyone who bet on Crawford has to be kidding. When they asked Roy Jones about it, he started laughing. There's Dana in Turkey. When he asked Roy about it, he started laughing. Or when they asked Roy about it this week, he started laughing, and he's like, man, bigger guys always win. Little guys coming up don't win in boxing. But that's a whole nother story. This event billed once in a lifetime. I don't know about all that, but Bud Crawford, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what, Bud Crawford is going to go out on whatever he came in on. He's going to go out on his shield. He's going to throw fire at Canelo. And Canelo's not the same Canelo. Come on, man. Canelo has ducked Benavidez forever. I've known Benavidez since he was a kid. He'd love to fight Canelo, obviously. He's moving up. Said the hell with Canelo. You know what I mean? Not going to try to bother anymore. And it's a shame that we're not going to see Canelo fight Benavidez, but he's cherry-picked his opponents. He learned well from Floyd. You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't call these guys GOATs, and I can't call them Mount Rushmore fighters. When when I grew up watching Hagler and Hearns and Leonard and you know what I mean, and Roberto Duran and Muhammad Ali and Larry Holmes and the best fighting the best, and even Tyson and Holyfield and Tyson, you know what I mean, and man, just it just unbelievable. Lennox Lewis and Tyson, I could go on forever. The best fighting the best, but we don't get that anymore. Oh, another low blow from Vargas, blatant right there. 145 left, round 5. You see what we got here on the live scorecards. I know that Callum Walsh has landed a lot more than Vargas Jr., but all Vargas Jr. needs is one shot, but he gets a little sloppy. Vargas comes in hard and gets a little sloppy. He stays right there in the pocket. My mama and granny house on the line. Canelo can lose, bro. All right, well, hopefully Bud don't take your granny's house tonight. 65,000 people, by the way. Allegiant Stadium. You know, over the years from Dana, he doesn't really like big venues, right? We know this. UFC had some that were over 90,000 in Australia. Oh, Vargas just almost got nailed, but he threw a counter right to the oblique of Callum Walsh. So round 1, 10-9 Walsh, 10-9 Vargas round 2, 10-9 Walsh round 3, and we are in round 5, obviously. I'm just looking at the live scoring. So we shall see. Vargas eats a right, a straight right, coming backward, though, and it barely touched him. Didn't do any damage. Vargas better be careful. One thing I noticed is he comes in, and he gives you an opportunity to split the pocket. To split the guard, I mean, right here, to split the guard. Bang, when you get in the pocket. He stays in the pocket and allows you to split the guard. Thank you, Jim. All right, hey, while you're here, and look at those numbers. We are flying tonight. This fight is awesome. Walsh and Vargas Jr. on the way to Canelo and Crawford, 2 top 10 pound-for-pound fighters. Am I dreaming? Am I only dreaming? No, I'm not. All right. Both fighters looking pretty fresh. They're in great shape. Young kids, you know what I'm saying? Callum Walsh and Fernando Vargas Jr. Of course, he's got the brothers, the 2 brothers, too, who box and who have success as well. All 3 of them, the Vargas boys. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I'm going to get to some scoring in a minute. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Got Scott on site in Vegas for this one. Fernando Vargas Sr. really animated in the corner of his son. As you would expect. I coached my kid in Little League, man. I expected him to be better than everybody else with his effort, with everything, and set the tone, set the tempo, be a leader because he was an extension of me. But I can't imagine in an individual sport like that to coach your son, as they show Bud Crawford hitting the mitts in the back. Never seen him looking so big. 168.5 pounds for Terence Crawford. He's yoked, bro, and he's nasty, man. He's got a mean streak. He just looks to, you know, like in football, we have a term we like to use. You're too light in the ass. Here comes round 6. Walsh and Vargas. Oh, Lord. Walsh in the orange, Vargas in the white. Emiliano Vargas and Amado Vargas are his brothers, of course, but Walsh is up 4 rounds to 1 according to the scorecards on the telecast. So I don't know. I think it's Skipper Kelp. So I think that Vargas won 2 rounds. And oh man, see when Vargas is when he slips left and comes back with it, and he changes levels, tries to come back with a right to the body. That's when he's throwing the low blows. Oh, and he eats a straight right coming in. Vargas though lands a big left. I think these 2 undefeated studs are realizing what's on the line right now. They're knowing the fight's getting deeper and deeper. Look at Dana White. Ringside, like he's always wanted to be. Boxing, his first love, was a boxing trainer when Whitey Bulger, Dana says, ran him out of Boston. Met the Fertittas at a wedding of a high school friend when they had been in Vegas in high school together, and the rest is history. The Ultimate Fighter saved it. A couple of years later, they're selling it for billions 15 years after that, and Dana stays in, gets the percentage to keep, and the UFC thriving and growing and building and becoming one of the biggest success stories in my lifetime in American business. There's going to be movies about him and about the UFC. And now he finally gets his chance to get back to his first love, the sweet science of boxing. And as a contractor, as a hired gun, Dana's on this one as a hired gun. Now his boxing is coming. The UFC's boxing. It's Zuffa. I don't know if it's TKO, whatever it is. The boxing's coming next year. Dana said it. There's going to be an Ultimate Fighter type show for boxers. These co-main and main event boxers, there's a $100,000 bonus, extra bonus for these guys tonight. I mean, Turkey Al-Sheikh. I mean, you got to thank him. Walsh, by the way, has attempted 53, and Vargas 36 punches in this round. They're not landing at huge percentages for either fighter tonight, right now in particular, but both fighters excellent defensive fighters as well, and they're throwing high volume. There's that. You know, the more volume you throw, the fewer you're going to land. Because the fewer you throw, you're going to be more precise with them because you're going to be more economical. And fighters who throw fewer punches, they do it for a reason, just like baseball hitters who don't swing at everything. They're very selective at the pitches they swing at. Some guys swing at everything. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what it is. What it is. We want the casual fan to understand us. And by the way, if you're enjoying our coverage, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Walsh looking quick here in round 6 as we come to a close. Vargas blocks a left at the bell. 6 rounds in the books. I think Callum Walsh is up 4 rounds to 2. This one's set for 10 here on MMA Weekly, by the way. Coming to you courtesy of... Where'd it go? Don't be doing me like this, man. Come on. Gonna make me pull it up again. That's okay. We're not going anywhere, right? We're friends. I don't have to look you directly in the eyes the whole time. That would be weird, right? Remember the close talker on Seinfeld? We don't want that. And we don't want me, like, staring at you the whole night. Hey. Hi. I'm Jim. Who are you? Hi. No. We want to tell you about Medi. M-E-D-I. Baby. Medical intelligence in your pocket. That's right. Medi, M-E-D-I, capital letters, is an AI-powered health companion. That's what it is, but it's more than that. It combines conversational and vision-enabled AI with a non-custodial wallet to simplify everyday health tasks for you, me, and all of us. It helps users find credible information, book appointments, and keep their data secure and private. It is Medi, M-E-D-I, medical intelligence. Just slide your phone on over that QR code right there and check it out. All right, wow, a flurry of punches from both fighters as we begin round 7. Callum Walsh is bleeding, but every Irishman bleeds. Plus, you look so red and cuts when you have such white skin and pale skin. I'm a quarter Irish. Can I say that? I'm not stereotyping or anything, am I? Good Lord. Everybody's so sensitive. I don't want to get in trouble. Can I say he's Irish? Oh, man. Anyway, the blurry version of me is here, live, in full effect on MMA Weekly. All right, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. 2:10 left in round number 7. Vargas versus Walsh. Man, oh man, 2 minutes left in the round. Vargas and Walsh, both undefeated and both rising stars in the sport of boxing, no doubt about it. Vargas with the pedigree, you know what I mean? But Walsh is another one who's just absolutely, I mean, he's so, looking at him here tonight against an absolute killer. And Vargas, and it's not like Vargas is technically sloppy. I hate falling down that rat hole of like, oh, it's the power puncher versus the skill guy, because it's like you're saying that the power puncher doesn't have skill and the skill guy doesn't have power. And that's not the case with either one of these guys. It's just how you have to characterize fights sometimes to sell them. Walsh has landed 94 punches, 21 jabs. Vargas Jr., 59 and 33. A lot more jabs for Fernando. 14-0 Walsh, 17-0 Vargas. What do you guys think? Keep them coming. Dilly, a milli dilly. Jim Ruiz, Mexican Monster, is number 1. About Canelo. A lot of people thinking that, Callum Walsh was a big favorite, by the way, over Vargas coming in tonight. And the live odds are way in his favor right now, shall we say. Dun, 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 dun. I love that music. Dun, dun, dun. That's great fight music, Scott. Producer extraordinaire. 14-0 over 17-0. You can see the Freddie Roach influence on um, Callum Walsh. He's crisp. He loves to hit behind that jab, but he's very economical with the jab. Those are a lot of punches, but a lot of real good hooks from both sides. Counter hooks, too. He was minus 320. Vargas plus 240 coming in. Aggressive pressure forward is Walsh. Round 7 in the books, you know. The combinations from Walsh are as crisp as advertised. They're as good as I thought they were. No doubt about it. Give me 1 second, guys.
I'm just calling to say
How about Freddie Roach in one corner with Callum Walsh, who's, by the way, bloodied and all mussied up there. And then you got Fernando Vargas Sr. in the other corner, man. That's dope on the rope. Let me tell you what. Solid test, though, for Callum Walsh, and he needed one, but a great opportunity for Vegas and for Vargas in his home city, man. He lives in Vegas, and he's fighting in the football stadium, sold out on the Canelo undercard as the co-main event. Come on, man. The kid eats pressure for breakfast, but he's been eating too many punches in this fight. Walsh up 2 rounds unofficially. It's all about the combos for Walsh, because usually you're used to defending one combo and then maybe like a 1-2-1, or like a jab and then a 2 and then a left hook, or maybe 3-4 punches at most. But I've seen Callum Walsh is banging out like 6 and 8 punch combos like nothing. So he wants to try to keep Vargas in a defensive shell, but Vargas is a power puncher. You're not going to keep him in the shell. And El Feroz, patience and intelligence, but he's going to need to start letting him fly. Nice left from Vargas. Walsh's face looks a little swollen. Vargas is bleeding a little bit too. I mean, of course, it's the 8th round, 2 undefeated fighters. Terence or Canelo got to pull the Thunder Cookie Punch. LOL, says Franklin Franzel. By the way, if you want to super chat us, hook your boy up. Hey, look, we're coming your way. It costs, something to do this, and it's good for the sport, and you guys love it. So if you want to show your appreciation, I've had people message me, so I want you guys to know. RP Charlie Kirk, thank you, Sharky Venom. But I'll say this: I've had a lot of people messaging me, asking me how you can help or how you can take care of us because you appreciate it, or how you can support the show. You can super chat right here on the YouTube. All right, the audience surging. Scott, how about this? Look at that background, Allegiant Stadium. Viva Las Vegas. Look at this, 8th round, Walsh, and just barely missing with a huge shot was Walsh. That definitely would have decked Vargas, I believe. Vargas lands a beautiful counter left. Fernando Vargas Jr. Woo-wee. Looking nice out there in this round. And Fernando being smart and keeping that guard up. Crawford, unanimous decision. I don't know about the power of Canelo. In this fight, you'd think it might if he lands a big one, but I don't think he's going to knock Crawford out. I see that one going the distance regardless. Vargas wants to keep this fight a little slower, though, in the 8th round as it gets more. Beautiful body shot by Vargas. Right into the midsection of Callum Walsh, under the rib cage, into the gut. Pulled out the knife, tried to shove it in his gut. Special ed. It didn't even cut. I flipped. I started bugging. All right. So here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation. 30 seconds left in round number 8. Callum Walsh, hands are getting a little bit lower. That tends to happen later in fights. So the hands get a little bit lower. 73 punches attempted, 18 landed in round 8 for Walsh. Vargas, 21 out of 48. Narrowing the gap is Fernando Vargas Jr., at least in that last round he was. So it looks like he's winning round number 8, looking like the stronger fighter as we get into the very end of the fight. Fernando Vargas Jr. is going to finish strong just like old Pops did. You know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no delaying. Vargas is a little excited in that chair. Looking up with those eager eyes at his Pops, man. What a beautiful moment. What a beautiful moment for the Vargas family. They're not thinking about it right now. Fernando's in full, obviously, coach mode. But Pressure versus counter-punching. The counter-punching of Vargas has been really starting to take effect, and he's found success with it here in the later rounds. So he's pushing this one. If he wins these next 2 rounds, I got to see where we're at on the scorecards here. Where are we at in the live scoring? Come on now. Live scoring. I want to, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, by the way. Thanks to Medi, M-E-D-I. Hit that QR code in the bottom. Medi, medical assistants. We'll tell you more about them throughout the night as we go. Fernando Vargas Jr. looking fresh, looking strong. So fresh and so clean, maybe not clean. Let me see live results. Nope. We don't need Canelo Crawford who won just yet. Results. We need live results. Okay, so Walsh and Vargas Jr. in the 9th round right now. Beautiful counter right hook to the body from Vargas, who narrowly misses with some chin music. Walsh still throwing sharp and strong, though, in round number 9. You wouldn't expect anything less of the Freddie Roach pupil. So we got unofficially 6 rounds in the books for Walsh, who's up 78-74 on Skipper Kelp's scorecard, which means absolutely nothing in the state of Nevada. It's just for TV purposes and entertainment purposes. Dana White looks like he's having fun over there with Turkey. Thank you to Turkey. Riyadh season. Everybody getting paid. Even WrestleMania is going to be over there. God bless him. I love it. I think it's amazing. They're going to start a basketball league, too, over there. Get some ex-NBAers, pay them a bunch of loot. Thank God for Turkey and the Saudis. Really doing a lot to help save the sport of boxing and do a lot with the UFC as well. Nice hook, a left from Callum Walsh. He turtles up in the pocket and doesn't stay in there long. Fernando earlier was, but he's got a reach advantage. Speaking of Vargas Jr., he can really hit Walsh from secondary range at the end of his punches and get that extra snap, which is kind of nice, right? Oh, look at the combination from Walsh, but Vargas turtled up, blocked them all. Every time Vargas fighting in the southpaw stance, coming forward with that jab, the right, Walsh tries to pepper him with combos. And Callum Walsh is throwing like a man possessed right now, and he's got the hands down. Well, come on. Oh, this is nice. This is nice right here. Callum Walsh, technically superb. Callum Walsh. This is fun to watch. This is absolutely beautiful and fun to watch. Ladies and gentlemen, 32 out of 58 for Walsh in this round, 3 out of 18 for Vargas. So here's what happened in the corner of Walsh after round number 8, which he lost on the scorecard, was like, yo, bro, throw some damn punches, Freddie Roach said. That's what had to happen because Walsh came out like a man possessed, throwing everything in the world at him, unless that was the plan all along to do 9th and 10th. But I believe that they had to, take care of it in the corner and let him know, bro, like, you're the volume puncher. Beautiful left, sneaks through and crushes Vargas for Walsh. Fernando Vargas a little overwhelmed in this round. All of a sudden, he's breathing heavy. He's had to have those arms up and block a lot of shots in this round. He's eaten a bunch of them. What a round for Callum Walsh in the 9th, coming out like a man possessed. That's how a champion comes out, a future champion, a future legend of the sport, possibly. Maybe Vargas will be too, but Callum Walsh coming out and saying, this is my fight, bro. This is my fight, and I'm about to show you right now why this is my fight. And that's what he's doing right now in the 9th round. 5 seconds left. 4, 3. What a round for Callum Walsh. Good God almighty. He took it to Fernando Vargas start to finish and just literally, man, I love Irish fighters. I'm just going to say it. I love Irish fighters. I love the way they fight. I do. Man, they got guts and they got glory, but Walsh is a little banged up. I know McGregor will be happy right now and proud. Alvarez and Crawford, Canelo and Bud tonight, baby. Thank you, Turkey and Dana. We got it right here. John Anik on the play-by-play buffer, the ring announcer. I am Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. So much fun to have you with us here tonight on MMA Weekly, brought to you by Medi, M-E-D-I, Medical Intelligence in your pocket. And that better be the only thing in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Medi, M-E-D-I, is an AI-powered health companion that combines conversational and vision-enabled AI, also AI. You like how we did that? AI. It combines vision-enabled AI as well as conversational AI with a non-custodial wallet to simplify everyday health tasks. It helps users find credible information, book appointments, and keep their data secure and private. Medi, Medical Intelligence, M-E-D-I. Scroll on over that QR code right there, ladies and gentlemen. They got Walsh up 5 rounds now. Last round, Vargas needs a knockout. Expect him to bring the heat right now. Fernando Vargas Jr. and Callum Walsh. A big test for Walsh. He was a big favorite coming in tonight. Was minus 300 and something. Oh, beautiful. As Vargas rushed in. This is what happens when you rush in. You ever hear fools rush in? Fools rush in. You know why? Because you get tagged when you rush in. That's what Vargas just did. Vargas leaning forward, turtling up, trying to get in that pocket and land some shots against Callum Walsh. I don't think Vargas fears the knockout here. I don't think he fears the power of Walsh. And I also think he knows he's got to land a big shot or he's in trouble. So now Walsh will clench him when he gets too close. And that's smart on Walsh's part. Hey, that rhymes. Oh, Walsh just straight up throws him in a headbutt there. A headlock, rather. 2 minutes left. Vargas rushing back in, not wasting any time. What a round. This is entertaining. Entertaining AF. Look at Callum Walsh and Fernando Vargas Jr. just at this point trading punches, and that's not going to work for Vargas. He needs to turn out the lights. The party's over. If he doesn't turn out the lights, the party's over for him as we take you on up to Canelo versus Crawford on MMA Weekly. Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease, the best fight companion show in the game as reflected by the numbers, as reflected by the thoughts and well wishes from all of you. We've been doing it for a long time. Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease from before the pandemic. Right in the pandemic is when we started doing it. Oh, Vargas eats a big right coming off crisply from... Man, just change it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, Callum is just switching stances now and toying with him. And Vargas just can't land anything. He's looking sloppy in this round. He's looking desperate in this round. Look at what Walsh did in the 9th round, though, because Vargas won round 8. Looked really good. It looked like Walsh might be in trouble. Vargas was establishing his pace, which slowed it down. Counter punches make Walsh a little bit more careful coming in. And somebody got in Callum Walsh's ear, probably Freddie, in the corner and said, bro, let him fly. And he did in the 9th. He just threw like an animal in the 9th. And in the 10th, Vargas has looked just headhunting right now is all he can do. Walsh, 202 out of 729. Vargas, 155 out of 419. 28% to Walsh, 37% for Vargas. But, of course, it goes by rounds. It goes by 3 judges. We never know. But it appears as though Callum Walsh will remain undefeated and Fernando Vargas Jr. will suffer his first loss here tonight in Las Vegas. 20 seconds left in the fight. What a fight this was, though. To be the co-main event, these two young superstars in the making on the Canelo Crawford card. A historic night for boxing. Turkey and Dana's first big fight. And these guys bring the noise in the co-main event. It's Vargas. It's Walsh. 2-1. Bang. It's in the books. What a fight. What a fight. Fernando Vargas Jr. and Callum Walsh, they go the distance. He's going the distance. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Wow. Oh, man. What a fight. What a dang fight. I will tell you this, man. Look at me not swearing like it's 1996 and I'm on TV in a local market or something. But we have respect here. You know what I'm saying? Wow, man. Vargas needed a big finish, and it was Callum Walsh who ripped it away in the 9th. All the momentum Vargas had seized. It looked like he had finally put everything together the way that it was planned. His dad's vision perfectly coming to fruition until Walsh came out in the 9th and just overwhelmed him. Just blitzed him. Just blitzed him, man. Came out firing away. It was like LeBron Game 6 in Boston. Just, we ain't losing, man. I'm going to throw everything in the world at him. Fernando took a whooping, said sound overdose. I don't know if it's a whooping. I think he lost. I mean, you know, you don't really want to be unreasonable about things if you're in my shoes. I definitely think that boxing has a bright future, and I think these two guys are a big part of it. I mean, you give me a master of the obvious on that one, obviously, but man, oh man, it's so much fun to think about where this is all headed with these great fighters.
I'm just calling to say
These two very, very, very promising future stars. So we are looking at a behind-the-scenes transformation of Allegiant Stadium on the show. Great job, by the way, with the live coverage tonight. Thank you, Scott, on the other side. All right, we're going to get the official decision. Look at Bruce Buffer in a boxing ring. I mean, is it Joe Martinez still? I think it should be Bruce for this fight, right? going to be Callum. 99-91. Yeah, it's gonna be Callum. Yeah. And I don't think Fernando, I didn't think it was that big of a disparity, but I guess the judges didn't see it the way I did. I thought it was a little closer than that, but a beautiful performance by Callum tonight. I mean, you have to give it to him. Absolutely outstanding in the biggest fight of his life, the biggest fight of his life. And he came and he did exactly what he needed to do, which is obviously to go out there and fight his fight, push the pace, blitz him. Look at the numbers going up for Canelo and Crawford here on MMA Weekly. Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease. Smash the like, the subscribe, and hit that bell. Ding, so you know we're coming away with more content. See this handsome face for every pay-per-view, UFC, big boxing matches. Soon we will start a wrap-up show on Sundays after that, and a bunch of other things as well. Look at Jeremy Renner in the house. Can we clap for Jeremy Renner? Man, ran himself over with a snowmobile to help his neighbor, almost killed himself, and survive that. Superhero that he is. I mean, he plays one of the movies. Why not? Sophia house. Screaming A. Smith is there. Look at Stephen A, man. Like a $90 million deal with Sirius XM and like a $200 million deal with ESPN. Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, black and yellow. Tony Gonzalez. I was at the Super Bowl one year doing my show, Radio Row. And there's Chauncey Billups, Tyronn Lue, Sam Cassell, NBA legends. Man, yeah, there's a lot of crossover. Look at Tommy Hearns, the hitman, in the building for Canelo and Crawford. Big night. Dana's debut in the sport of boxing. All the Zuffa stuff is going to start next year. I'm hearing there's going to be a Contender Series boxing show and maybe like an Ultimate Fighter boxing show. Charlize Theron is in the house. Man, she is still gorgeous. Look at her. Oh, God, Charlize Theron. Couldn't be more creepy. Michael J. Fox is in the house. Look at Michael J. Fox, still fighting. The definition of a fighter. Alex P. Keaton, the young Republican. Look at the fighter that he is now. Michael J. Fox. The Ring puts it on tonight. Mario Lopez on the desk with Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, Dana's producing this one, Scott. Dana's producing this one. You got Mario Lopez, AC Slater, and Marky Mark working the desk. But, Mark Wahlberg, a huge boxing fan, obviously the fighter. Mario Lopez trains every day. He's a great boxer. Very, very good. So, yeah, Canelo and Crawford coming up. You got the biggest stars in the world in the house. You got a telecast with Mark Wahlberg and Mario Lopez doing a pre-fight for Canelo and Crawford after. And how about this for Callum Walsh and Fernando Vargas Jr. to lead into this, to get that opportunity and to fight their asses off and their hearts out like they did tonight. Respect, props, love, everything to both of those young men, those warriors who entertain us so amazingly tonight. I mean, the Saudi Arabian General Entertainment Authority and, yeah, Turkey Al-Sheikh, what a power broker he's become, putting this event on, literally hiring Dana. Name your price. Give me all the zeros you want. I don't care. And the reporters are going, hey, Canelo's making $100 million. Get it. More. And I'm like, hey, I need a boss like that. Scott, you need to be listening to Turkey. I'm paying him more and more and more and more. This is what we're doing, Scott. So we need Turkey to buy MMA Weekly. Pay us both a fortune. Just look at Scott shooting me down already. Nice job, Scott. Thank you very much. But Mario Lopez looking good. I took a picture, and I swear to the Lord Jesus himself, this is true. So I'm at a UFC event in 2013. This is way back in the day when they used to give me floor seats before they knew better. And so I'm at MGM Grand Garden Arena sitting on the floor. Ariane's there. Everybody's there. And I walk up, and there's like a crowd of hot chicks in a big circle. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I'm married back then, going married and starved. You know what I'm saying? So I look over and oh my God, it's AC Slater. And he's not that tall and he really is good looking, but it's Mario Lopez, right? Say by the bell. Da-na-na-na. So what do? I go to take a picture with him. Put my arm around him. I look him dead in the eye. And guess what I said to him, Scott Peterson? I know you can hear me, but you can't speak. And that's perfect for me. I love conversations like this. Anyway, I put my arm around Mario Lopez and I say, how's it feel to be the second best looking guy in a picture for once? And he just looked at me, and I swear to you, on my life, my kids' lives, everybody's lives, and even if it isn't true, I remember it this way, so I swear it has to be. He looked at me with that look real quick, like he used to look at Zach Morris on Saved by the Bell, like, what'd you say, Preppy? And so I kind of got that look from him, and it was iconic, and you had to be there, and if you weren't, then I just wasted 2 minutes of your life telling you about it. Look at John Anik calling this fight tonight. Oh, man. You're getting a lot of action on this one. Sports books everywhere. Canelo and Crawford coming right up. We are live on MMA Weekly. I am Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease, Gries, and I am happy to be here with you tonight. Big boxing pay-per-views. We do the UFCs as well. Might even do some WWE with some legends and postcasts. I do postcasts every day. Excuse me. Post-fight wrap-up shows the following day. Keep giving us your thoughts on what's going to happen. Canelo and Crawford tonight. I have friends who are absolutely swearing Canelo is going to take Crawford's head off, and it's not going to take him long. I have friends who are absolutely swearing that Crawford is going to outlast Canelo, and the greatness, pound for pound, they think Bud's the best boxer in the world, and he's going to prove it tonight regardless of the weight class. What say you, MMA Weeklyites? And by the way, smash the like, hit the bell, and the subscribe. We can get it all out of the way right now. Follow me at Jim Grease, Gries _ on social media. Follow MMA Weekly on social media. We'll get it all out of the way right now. And speaking of which, not that we ever want to get this out of the way, but we want to tell you as many times as we can, because this is valuable information about Medical Intelligence. It's an AI-powered health companion that combines conversational and vision-enabled AI with a non-custodial wallet. Was that announcery enough for you? To simplify everyday health tasks, it helps users like you find credible information, book appointments, and keep your data secure and private. It's Medical Intelligence. Go over to the QR right there and enjoy. We're waiting for everybody in Vegas to be ready. We're waiting for the walkouts. Look at Allegiant Stadium across that interstate from the Strip in Vegas. Everybody who's anybody's there, which explains why I'm here. I'm here for you. That's how much we love you right here on MMA Weekly. And for those of you who have been asking, if you want to send a super chat our way, you can do that. That's how you can help. We don't have a GoFundMe or anything like that. Those of you who have emailed me, there's so many of you who have reached out and asked us these things. You can do it that way as well. And of course, support Medi, a sponsor of ours that helps us as well. So you got Mario Lopez up there on the desk now. Who else is up there with him right now? I can't see out of the corner of my eye here. I'll get you this in a minute. Oh, wow. Look at that desk and the set they have there. Oh, okay, so they're giving their picks right now. And this is nice. This is nice for the sport. As a lifelong boxing fan who grew up watching Hearns, Hagler, Leonard, Duran, Ali, Holmes, you know what I'm saying? It's really nice for me. And the era of my young adult years and my teen, when Mike Tyson came in, and then you had the Lewis and Bo, and man, it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like Asim Rahman. Or the big ass Kevin Durant, as I call him. If you look at them side by side, their face looks like Kevin Durant's bigger brother, bigger as in huge, and KD's tall and skinny. Look at Canelo back there, man. I had a lot of fun over the years just hanging out in boxing gyms and watching kids like Fernando Vargas Jr. coming up with his brothers, Emiliano and Amato, and Asim Rahman Jr. and Roberto Duran Jr. and Tommy Morrison's kid, and Amir Tyson called fights with me a couple times. It's just fun. I love the sport, right? So what Turkey's doing, Al Sheik, and what Dana's doing, and getting into this sport and coming in Dana like he does, guns blazing, like you. I'm here. I don't care about any of you. Scorched earth. Eddie Hearn's already come at him, and they're going back and forth. And Dana's not backing down from anyone, which we love about our Dana White, right? UFC style boxing. Maybe the best fighters fight the best fighters from now on. Hey, Dana's first fight, we got 2 top 10 pound for pounds. Any of you who want to diss Dana, any of you who want to talk crap about Dana, and I know this is a very Dana-friendly, platform here on MMA Weekly, obviously, as we see John Anik getting ready to call the fight of his life, Canelo and Crawford. Come on, man. The dude called Khabib versus Conor. I wonder which one's going to have more buys, Khabib, Conor, or Canelo, Crawford. Canelo's minus 170, Crawford plus 140. By decision, plus 125, plus 210. That's plus 210 Crawford, plus 125 Canelo. Going the distance, minus 370 and plus 250. And that's yes and no. Winner by KO, TKO, or DQ is plus 380 for Canelo, plus 850. If you think Crawford's going to knock Canelo's ass out, which I think he's got a better chance to knock Canelo out than Canelo does to knock him out, every Mexican alive hates me right now, Scott. Every Mexican friend I have is canceling me. Everyone's like throwing their corona at my picture. It's crazy because I have a ton of Mexican friends, and every time I say a word about Canelo, they all want to kill me, man. There's so much pride in boxing in Mexico, Mexican boxing fans are so incredible, and they have so much love and passion and pride for Canelo Alvarez, and maybe not quite the level of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. You know what I'm saying? But maybe. I'm not saying no either. And for Bud Crawford, it's a shame we don't have the passionate boxing fans in America like they do in Ireland, or like they do in South America, or like they do in places like Mexico. But we do have some great boxing fans here. Not going to diss the American boxing fans, but I'm going to say, like, Bud Crawford doesn't have as many crazy fanatics as Canelo does, but Bud Crawford's got a great and loyal fan group, and Bud Crawford is, in many people's opinions, the best boxer in the world. And he's going to put that on display tonight. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Man. I don't know how I've been putting this off, and now I'm on the spot. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Give us the sub, the bell. You know what I mean? The like, the whole thing right here. Obviously, we are watching 1,000 promo videos, getting ready for this one. Oh, yeah, that's not what I'm doing here. I cannot do that over here anymore. I'm talking to myself. Crawford's 41-0, man. 41-0, 31 KOs. You remember Canelo and Triple G? Canelo, the smaller guy going up, fastball pitcher against fastball hitter. We saw those fights. They were great fights, right? Canelo's been in some great fights. He was young when he fought Floyd, gave it the best he had. And Mayweather was so adept at finding the right times to fight every opponent. Perfect timing from Floyd. Business-wise, too. The guy's been unbelievable. But, he fought Canelo when he was too young and Manny when he was too old. So Crawford 41-0 with 31 KOs, man, and he's plus 850. He's plus 850 by KO tonight. I'm just saying. He's been the undisputed champion at, of course, junior welterweight and welterweight, has Crawford. If he beats Canelo, he's going to be the only fighter in men's boxing to unify all 4 major belts in 3 divisions, man. Come on, Bud Crawford. Are you kidding me? Canelo's 63-2-2 with 39 knockouts. He beat Caleb Plant, 11th round TKO. That was funny watching Shannon Sharp try to interview Caleb Plant this week. Man, you got all these podcast era people, these big stars that get made and don't know anything. He's like, hey, man, when's the last time someone heard him? Or when's the last time he heard anybody? And he was sitting there interviewing the last person Canelo knocked out and going, when's the last time he knocked anybody out? And he didn't know. And it made it awkward. And the dude raised his hands like, it was me. Anyway, I'm not here to diss Shannon Sharp. he's never mind. Not going to say it. Anyway, here we go. 4 successful defenses for Canelo at 168, right? Before the IBF stripped him. You guys know the background. I mean, that's because he didn't fight the mandatory challenger in Skull, and Canelo's earned the right. He has. He's making $100+ million for this one. Crawford's rumored to be making only 10. Canelo fought Berlanga instead. The deal of him ducking Benavidez. I've known Benavidez, the whole family, forever. And I got pictures David Benavidez is a legend in the making, man. And Canelo knows he's going to get mopped if he fights him. So he doesn't want to. So we're waiting for the fighters to walk out. It might be a while. This is nice for us to just chill here. Look at the numbers going through the roof. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the beautiful super chats. I love you all. Scott loves you all. We really appreciate you. The folks at Medi, just scroll on over that the QR code. They love you all. Good night. We love you all. Who am I? I just shout out to Ozzy Osbourne, man. We lost him this year. The legend. Did you see the Youngblood, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry tribute at the MTV Awards? Oh, man, that was awesome. Come on, guys. Let's walk it out. Westside, walk it out. Canelo and Crawford tonight. I mean, the speed and the power of Bud Crawford. I don't think Canelo's ever seen speed like this, man. Not since Mayweather. And I just don't think he's going to be ready for it. I just don't. Will Canelo become the first fighter to defeat Crawford? Let us know what you think. Amir Khan's got Crawford. Mike Tyson's got Crawford. Timothy Bradley's got Crawford. Christy Martin got Crawford. I mean, think about this, right? Sean Porter's got Crawford. Do any of the boxing experts have Canelo? Cyborg. Shout out to Cyborg has Crawford. Ray Beltran has Crawford. Shout out to Ray. Berlanga Sr. has Crawford. He just fought, So, man, Ian Parker has Canelo. None of the experts have Canelo. Interesting. And he's big favorite, but it's the name in a lot of cases, right? as you'll know. It's a 50-50 fight, man. Canelo, phew. It's I mean, I read a nice piece by Timothy Bradley breaking down this fight, and I like the way he did it. And by the way, audience is surging. Thank you so much. We love you. Please give us a sub. We're going to be here live for all the big fights, boxing, UFC, and then a post-game and post-fight show, on Sundays. There's a lot of time taken up between fights here. This is weird. They're showing all these packages and everything behind the scenes, and Dana likes to keep things moving. I wonder what the holdup is. They should be on their walks already. You obviously don't want to get hit by Canelo's left hook. Slap a moto on me for that one. He's got a chin. Canelo is not as quick and young as he once was. He's a little flat-footed these days. Easy for me to say. One of the greatest fighters of all time. But if Crawford can stay on the outside, and this is Timothy Bradley's whole point, right? Stay outside, come in, come out. Use that blinding speed and quickness. And I'm with Bradley on this. I don't think Crawford, thank you very much, Renee Pastrano. Canelo KO round 7. Too much power. RJ Pastrano. RJ, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the comment. I love calling fights down there in that part of the country. I did boxing for Roy Jones Jr. Promotions in 2018 down in Laredo. Some of the best food I've ever had. Becky Poo, Canelo will win. But I love the food in Laredo. I love the people in Laredo and San Antonio and that part of the country. Great, great fight fans. So thank you for the super chat. Appreciate all of you who love to take care of us the way we take care of you. So Timothy Bradley, Crawford getting knocked out, says Mr. J. But Crawford, stay on the outside. Take advantage. I think he's going to be way quicker than Canelo in this fight. Stay smart. Use that incredibly high fight IQ. And, Canelo at -180, Crawford at +145 overall. I love Crawford on that number. Just Crawford to win, period, straight up, +145. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I really like that. That would be my play above and beyond anything else with a little backup, +850, Crawford KO, TKO. Something is giving me that wild hair on my backside about Crawford by KO, TKO in this fight. As the lights dim at a look at Allegiant Stadium in all its glory for this fight. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Bud Crawford. Oh my Lord, are we in for it tonight? Two of the biggest legends in boxing history. Two of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters in the world right now. Bud Crawford looking to unify all 4 belts in a third weight class. Canelo is Canelo, making a bunch of money. And I just love the fact that Crawford has the speed, the quickness, the awareness in this fight. I really enjoy that for him. I think he's got a better boxing IQ than Canelo, and I'm not crapping on Canelo here. No. So we shall see. Trying to take that belt away. Look at this. Who's this playing Canelo out? Oh, this is Crawford. Who's playing Crawford out? Who's this with the guitar? And a drummer? I can't hear it because I'm not allowed to while we're on live here. Just want to check it out for a second. Adam Jones and Danny Carey from Tool. Wow, look at Bud Crawford. He had Eminem at one fight. I know that over in Saudi. He had Slim Shady, brain dead like Jim Brady, and M80, you little like that Kim lady. All right, so here we go. There's another one of my crutches that I lean on every once in a while. Here we go. Trying to emerge from his father's shadows. Oh, we don't have that one for this fight. What do we have for this one? We don't need one for Canelo and Crawford, for crying out loud. But good Lord Almighty, we are getting close to the fight. Now, answer me this, MMA Weekly chat room aficionados, because you guys are legit. I love the fight knowledge, the history we got in here. Answer me this. Have you looked forward to a fight like this as much as you have this one? Which fight was it and when? Is this the fight that you've had the most anticipation for? Is this the biggest fight in boxing? Right? Because Jake Paul's saving the sport one crazy fight at a time, right? And you had the Fury Wilder and you had the Canelo Triple G, and thought maybe for a minute you might have Crawford Spence Jr., but Crawford put an end to that for good real quick. I don't know. I mean, it just Mayweather's gone. You're getting Mayweather, Logan Paul, and Jake Paul fights, and now you got legit top 10 pound for pounders and Canelo and Crawford. Canelo saying this week boxing's fine when Max Kellerman tried to hype up Dana and say now Dana's coming to make boxing better, and Canelo said boxing's great the way it is. The weigh-ins were crowded. Allegiant Stadium is packed to the rafters tonight, like it's a Raiders game and or a Metallica concert. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's phone is out. The anticipation, the air is thick and heavy. There is nothing like the environment of a big fight. I've been to so many of them in my life. I've been to the Super Bowl many times. I've been to the NBA Finals, the World Series Game 7. I've been on the field, World Series Game 7, on the field for national championship games in football, the Super Bowl, conference championship games, which, by the way, blow the Super Bowl away for environment, atmosphere, and all that. I've been to all of them. I was at Conor and Khabib on the floor right next to the cage. And there is no feeling like a big fight, nothing. And in that building, in that stadium right now, as big as it is, the feeling that you get charging through your body. So I ask you, have you had more anticipation for a fight? Remember when Mike Tyson used to fight and the world used to stop? So that's my answer, was every Mike Tyson fight. Kind of like when Barry Bonds was hitting home runs and chasing the record. No matter where you were, they cut in on every TV station and watched it. That was how Tyson fights were. The world stopped. Conor McGregor for a brief moment. Ronda Rousey for a brief moment. John Jones every time, but not a ton of people feel that way because he very rarely goes over 1 million on pay-per-view. Canelo's a big pay-per-view star, but when have you really looked forward to a Canelo fight? When have you said, I can't wait to see that Canelo fight? Triple G fights? Not like this one. I'm going to give you my other answer. Are you ready? That you guys might say, Pacquiao Mayweather when they finally fought, even though they were both too old at the time. And I think it really took a lot of the steam and a lot of the shine off of that one. But I don't want to be a negative Nelly either, you know. Ray Beltran, who lost to Crawford, says that he put a lot of pressure on him and saying that Crawford was so smart. A lot of these guys that were picking Crawford lost to him too. I think that's part of it, Scott. You know, Canelo's not a big 168 pounder, so Crawford's got power. You know, he's coming up 2 weight classes, but did you see him at the weigh-in? He looked good, man. I wish we had a picture of him we could throw up from the weigh-in. And I got a busted-ass phone screen. I just broke my screen. But you know what? The hell with it. I'm going to throw it up right now. Canelo versus Crawford. Stare down. I don't know if you have one, Scott. If you don't, I'm going to throw mine up. Canelo versus Crawford. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Would you be able to tell, my friend? Would you be able to tell right there which guy went up 2 weight classes? Do they not look virtually identical? Love you, Goldie. Mike Goldberg, my boy. Great friend of combat sports. The OG UFC voice, Mike Goldberg. Look at them. I didn't even have to tell you my phone was cracked. Nobody can tell. Look at that. It does not look, Bud looks natural at that weight, man. And the way that you do it nowadays with teams of doctors and teams of guys like Gary Brecka, you know exactly what to eat and when to eat it, when you're working out. You have science, you have sleeping machines, you have blood pressure monitor all day long, maximizing every second of every day to add that weight on slowly, gradually, and in the best possible way. As Terence Bud Crawford walking out, big smile on his face. He's been here before, man. This isn't nothing new for the Bud, man. This is new for both of them, but you know what I'm saying. Honestly speaking, Crawford's been in big fight after big fight. When you're as great as he is, undefeated, what's the guy got to be nervous about? You know what I'm saying? 4 weight classes, lightweight, light middleweight, undisputed championships, light welterweight, trying to unify all 4 belts in a 3rd weight class, 41-0, 31 KOs from Omaha. Somewhere in middle America, getting right to the heart of matters. It's the heart that matters more. Terence Crawford coming out. That N on the Nebraska hat stands for knowledge. I used to love that joke. I'm a Miami grad. 37 years of age, Bud Crawford, 5'8". He's a southpaw, of course, man. Blue and gold national champion, golden gloves, Pan Am's gold. Just a really incredible career of Bud Crawford. Pro debut in 2008 as he spider walks around the ring. Getting ready, man. We're gonna see Canelo. We're gonna see all of Vegas shut down. It's Mexican Independence Week too. It's Noche. UFC Noche was today as well. 19-0 record with 15 knockouts in world title fights for Terence Crawford. 19-0 with 15 knockouts in title fights for Terence Bud Crawford. I'm just saying, yo, I'm not playing. Throw down the plus 850 for me, Jimmy G, on the MIC on MMA Weekly. Throw it down right now. 850. 100 to win 850. 100 to win 850. 100 to win 850. I won't tell your wife or your husband or your boss or your neighbor or anyone. I'm trying to be funny and I'm not. Ha! Man, I imagine how much money it costs to get on Terence Crawford's jacket. No, what a beautiful jacket that is. It ain't even a robe. My man got a full-on like suede, looking like a dinner jacket on, but he's got all his sponsors on it. It's Everlast. It's actually really dope. Dope, dope, dope. That's what you get when you're a GOAT, when you're a Mount Rushmore level fighter. I think Crawford's the best fighter of his generation. There, I said it. I said it. What say you, MMA Weekly fans? While you're here, smash that subscribe. Hit that like, the bell, so you get the alerts when we come your way with more content as we take over the combat sports world. We are #1 with our fight companion shows and our live play-by-play, as you know, because you're here for all of it. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Thank you for subscribing and being a part of our family, of our tribe, of our crew, and we are just getting started. And while we get set for the main event, which we've been doing for a long time now, I want to tell you one more time about Medi, the AI-powered health companion that combines conversational and vision-enabled AI with a non-custodial wallet to simplify, make it easy, everyday health tasks. It helps users find credible information, book appointments, and keep their data secure and private. It's Medi, MEDI, medical intelligence. Go over the QR code right now. Hey, it's your tomorrow. Sammy or Dave? MMA Weekly. What say you? Sammy or Dave? See. Motley Crue's at Park MGM, by the way. Tonight's their opening night. The geriatric version of the Crew. I saw them 28 times back in their day. And by the way, I still saw them in like 2004, but now they're like 60-something. Come on. Yay, yay, yay. Let's go. Come on, Canelo. Look at the beautiful AV and the production as Canelo gets set to make his entrance. The huge video wall at Allegiant Stadium and all those ribbons around the bowl. What an experience. I remember I was a kid going to games at football stadiums. You had no LEDs. You just had a few signs that were like stuck up there. What a different world, man. You youngins have no idea how lucky you are. You youngins, Gen Zers and Ayers and everybody else. Canelo, Saul Canelo, about to walk out. Look at this place. Look at you. Oh, my God. That whole entire stadium, as you see on your screen right there, is full. The whole entire stadium, as you see on your screen right there, is dark, and it is a mariachi band playing Canelo out. Look at this. Boxing, courtesy of Dana White and Turkeyology. What a beautiful, beautiful presentation for this incredible sport. What a job they've done. It looks amazing. The fights have been incredible. The co-main between Callum Walsh and Fernando Vargas Jr., two rising young undefeated stars before tonight, won by Callum Walsh by decision pretty easily by 8 rounds, but still Vargas and Walsh put on a hell of a fight. And now you got the biggest star in boxing, Canelo Alvarez. And now you got the best boxer in the world, in many people's opinion, including mine, Terence Bud Crawford, just getting toward the ends of their careers now. Long in the tooth, but certainly not short on talent, greatness, buzz. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. So charismatic and so just electrifying in the ring, both these guys. I can't wait to see Canelo come out and just get this fight going. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Okay, there's the live results. Make sure I get everything set up for yous. For yous right here. Okay. It's interesting, too, when you think about this fight and Crawford. Obviously, it's easy to say, stay on the outside, jump in, back out, jump in, back out. You don't want to be in range of that hook from Canelo and, get that chin music, and Canelo would love to deliver it. But Canelo, very serious coming out. He's very serious. He's got the black trunks on tonight, all those belts coming out with him, the flag. I mean, the legend who is Canelo Alvarez, the grand entrance. Man, what a presentation for boxing tonight. That stadium is lit up and on fire. The people there know it. You have a feeling when you're at an event like this that you can never replicate or duplicate. I've been there so many times in a position like that. Think about it if you've been there, right? Put yourself back to that night, whether it was a fight or a concert or a game of some sort, and you're there. Oh man, and you just feel that rush coming over you because you know you're at something special. You know you're experiencing history. Two top 10 pound for pounders in the world right now. Saul Canelo Alvarez, over 60 wins in his career. The undefeated 41-0 with 39 knockouts, Terence Crawford. Unbelievable. Canelo making the slow walk, and it's a long walk at the stadium. But production-wise, shout out to Dana's production. Nobody cares more, puts more into, or micromanages, honestly, production more than Dana. You ever notice you never see Dana when he's cage side at the UFC? You never see him looking up in the octagon. He's looking down at the monitor. He knows where his product is. All right, Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease. Little reset here. Huge audience as we get you ready for Canelo and Crawford on MMA Weekly. Big night tonight. Big night. We appreciate you being here like you are for all of the big events and fights that we have, the UFC pay-per-views. Absolutely awesome. This is great. Such an awesome time. I think the fact that Canelo's not really big at 168 really plays into Crawford's hands. I also think Canelo gets tired more easily at his age. His chin's maybe not as much as it was. 6-7 rounds, Canelo could fade. I really like Crawford in this fight. Of course, we don't have to tell you the accolades of Canelo Alvarez. You know it all. As we continue to break it down, we went through it on the fight and the pre-show anyway. But, I mean, as long as Crawford stays smart, stays out, gets in, stays out, gets in. And that's easy for, for you to fall into that trap, for me to fall into that trap of being narrow-minded. Crawford's the smaller guy, the quicker guy. Stay out, get in, stay out, get in. Outbox him, outthink him. Don't get caught. Canelo, you got to hit him the power shots. Keep him in the pocket. Maybe not necessarily. Crawford's got a 5-inch reach advantage and a 1-inch height advantage, both at 167.5. 37 years old, Crawford, 35, Canelo. So if Crawford fights smart enough in this fight, he's got the style, the elusive style, but not just the elusive style. He can switch stances. He can beat you with finesse. He can beat you with power. I think at some point in this fight, we're going to see, and maybe many points in this fight, we're going to see Terence Crawford. We are going to see Terence Crawford, okay? We are going to see Terence Crawford in the pocket, throwing down with Canelo Alvarez. I guarantee it. You're going to see it. You're going to see it in this fight. You're going to see it. And I believe Crawford's going to pull off the upset. There, I said it. I finally gave my pick. I'm going Crawford KO TKO in like round 9. And I'm on fire today, by the way. I'm a University of Miami Hurricanes alum, and I did a University of Miami Hurricanes show yesterday in Florida. And wouldn't you know, I predicted the Miami Hurricanes would win 55-13 today, and they won 49-12. So, well, what? They're about to do the official introductions right here. So I'm on fire today is what I'm saying. Might want to take me to the casino. It's definitely with Crawford. He's got a jab. He's got the power. But, man, he's just so good at reading you and then picking you apart. He does it in real time. Like, in his mind, it's like activate superhuman. That's Crawford to me, right? And in real time. And I just think that you want to win by points. Crawford can definitely win by points, but I want to see him, and I think we will, like I said, get in the pocket and just trade with Canelo and maybe knock him out. Canelo loves to be patient. Too patient, if you ask me at time. Thank you, Sharky Venom. Rest in peace, Charlie. Don't be overconfident. Don't be too patient if you are Canelo. Cheatham, DeLuca, and Weisfeld, the judges, by the way. Thomas Taylor is the referee. Marky Mark is front row. And the Funky Bunch helps me. He hates it when you ask him about the Funky Bunch and you call him Marky Mark. But look at that, man. Vegas putting its best foot forward for the world to see tonight. Riyadh season as well. Turkey Al Sheikh, Dana White, first show together. Smashing success. Callum Walsh beats Fernando Vargas Jr. The O had to go for one of them. It was Vargas Jr. tonight in an entertaining fight. The blitzing of Walsh coming out in the 9th round. 8 or 9 rounds sounds about right. Who's with me? MMA Weekly, what say you? Who's winning? How and when? Canelo's definitely got the strength. He's got the chin. He's got the power. He could potentially walk through some punches tonight. But, man, if he thinks that's happening, I think Bud could surprise him and snap him back a little. I really do. And when Canelo, in his last fight, he didn't command the ring. He didn't take the center of the ring. He didn't cut the ring like he usually does. It sounds like I'm saying Canelo's slipping because I actually believe he is a little bit. Berlanga, Munguia, Ryder, nowhere near the same level of skill as Crawford. And when you fought Triple G, completely different what you had to do there. You weren't the bigger guy. So if they were the same size, who would you pick and why? Obviously, I think almost every one of you would pick Crawford if they were the same size. And I knew he would beat Spence and make him look average, I really think that Crawford wins by decision. He's got the reach. He can stay from secondary distance, you know what I'm saying? And still hit him, end of the punches type of thing. Canelo minus 180, Crawford plus 235. They're both high IQ fighters. They can both knock you out. I don't know if either one's going to take unnecessary risks. Not real sure. But we will find out. This fight's about to start, ladies and gentlemen. How about this, man? 63-2-2. 5'8", Canelo Alvarez out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Look at that audience surging. Please give us a subscribe. Hit that bell. You get alerts when we come your way with more content. And come on in to the comments and have yourself some fun. Canelo wins, George Amaro. And thank you again for all the super chats. They're coming through like crazy. We really appreciate you guys. If we missed you, we'll try to get that up and give you your props and your public thanks. Team Crawford. John Feltman, did I change? I don't think I changed. Did I say Crawford by decision? I said I think he could win by decision. I think he could, but I think he's going to win in the 8th or 9th round by KO TKO. So sorry for the confusion. I have been known to speak in tongues and talk in circles. James Swidon, I think I said it right. 100% Bud is going to win. Watch. Yay, yay. Look at the Mexican pride. It is Mexican Independence Week, man, and that place is jam-packed. What a night for Vegas. What a night for boxing. What a night for Turkey and Dana. What a night for you, for me, for all of us. Events like this are so necessary and so needed in this crazy world we live in. T-Money, make me or break me. Talking about Bud Crawford. Canelo's jacked. Crawford is too, man. Crawford's jacked and ripped. Jacked and ripped is Crawford. Man, yo. Right, guys, girls, everyone in between. He put this weight on right. The uplights, spotlights going crazy. The phones are all out. Allegiant Stadium, everyone on the edge of their seat for history. Pound for pound, top 10 fighters. Canelo Alvarez, 62 wins. Terence Bud Crawford, undefeated, looking to unify our 4 belts in a 3rd weight class. Unbelievable here tonight as they take the center of the ring to start it off. Crawford immediately cuts off Canelo and commands the center of the ring with that southpaw stance. Terence Bud Crawford in the black trunks with green and red on them. Canelo, of course, the Mexican flag down the side of the black trunks with the tassels in gold. The legendary Canelo, the undefeated Crawford. Dana's got a belt on his lap. Sitting there watching it. I don't see a TV screen for Dana. I'm sure he's got one up against the ring because I see his eyes not coming up. You just can't see the monitor like you can at the octagon. Round one, just about at the 2-minute mark, feeling out process. Canelo obviously has to watch that length of Crawford, 5-inch reach advantage. Crawford, very good, man. When he his defensive stance, it's tough to hit him as quick as he is as well. And Crawford looking quick at this weight class. Looking quick is Terence Bud Crawford. Round 1 of 12 between these two legends, these icons in the sport of boxing. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _ on social media. MMA Weekly, at MMA Weekly. We'll be here for all the big UFC pay-per-views as well as the big boxing matches for you live on your #1 fight companion show here on MMA Weekly. Look at Canelo, so intent. The focus could break glass, melt ice. Crawford staring a hole through Canelo's eyes. These two just measuring each other. Canelo throws the first power punch of the fight. Missed with a right and came back with a left to the body. Landed solid against the right side of the body of Terence Bud Crawford. Canelo backing up, trying to stay out of the reach of Crawford, who again has a 75-inch reach to a 70 for Canelo. Both guys right around, it's a 1-inch height advantage for Crawford, if you believe those things. 45 seconds left in round number 1. Canelo now takes the center of the ring on Crawford. Almost every single shot Canelo throws just hits the forearm, man. And eventually that starts to, hurt a little bit and wear you down, slow you down a bit. Crawford connects to the middle of the abdominal region of Canelo. Canelo, of course, that eagle tattoo across the back of his neck. Oh, Crawford just missed with some chin music with a sweet right hand. Canelo just got out of the way. I feel like Crawford's gaining confidence throughout this round, measuring distance and timing of Canelo. I feel like he thinks he's a lot faster. He looks very confident out there. Crawford has round 1 in the books. Let me look at live scoring here and see where we at. All right. Canelo versus Crawford live scoring. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, MMA Weekly. 20 plus years, independently owned website covering the UFC, combat sports, boxing. Of course, Canelo at 35 has won world titles in 4 weight divisions. He's been the biggest star in boxing for about 10 years now, commercially, money-wise, where it really counts in many ways, but has backed it up with the performance in most cases too. Crawford landed a pretty good left in that round, and just Canelo with Crawford coming with those combos. Canelo like this. Canelo's not quick enough to stop Crawford from splitting that guard and connecting. Canelo's got some red on the forehead and on the cheeks as well. I think Crawford won round 1. Let's see. Let me see. Anything yet? No scoring yet. I don't have any numbers yet, but I'll give them to you as we get them. There we go. Look at this little echo there. Fix this mic. All right. MMA Weekly's live coverage. Canelo versus Crawford, round 2 underway. Crawford may have won round number 1. I kind of feel like he did. Quick and pressure. That jab from Crawford's fast. Canelo loves to come in, though, and counter with the left to the body. He just did it again. He's already connected twice on that. Canelo looks a little more quick, a little spry in this round. Thank you for being here. MMA Weekly's live coverage. Canelo versus Crawford. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. Definitely more energy from Canelo in this round to start. No diggity. More energy from Alvarez. Oh, Crawford just missed with a buzz of a right hand. Yo, Crawford's got some heat behind those punches at this weight class. Everybody who thinks because he's coming up to weight classes that he's not going to have any power, like Judas Priest said, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. Crawford, doing circles with the right. That's his jab hand, of course. Turkey and Dana intently watching a monitor that's clearly placed in front of them by the ring. It's almost a bad look where the two guys putting the fight on are sitting here like this, looking straight down. And it doesn't, if you don't know like me that there's a monitor there, you might be like, yo. And a lot of guys sitting in that front row, like with their arms crossed. It's like, yo, do you know where you are right now, man? You know how many people would kill for that seat? Let's go. Oh, nice left from Crawford as Canelo came in with a left to the body. Crawford hit him with one to the side of the face. 120 left in round number 2. It goes by fast once it starts going, as you know. Super fight of all super fights, Canelo and Crawford. How great is this? Thank you for sharing this with us here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Right. Where are we at here? Iron Mike sitting there too, taking it all in. A lot more action this round from these two, although not a ton of power punches being thrown. You know, I mean, there's a science to it. You know, obviously it's called a sweet science for a reason. It's interesting too when you think about Terence Crawford putting the undefeated record on the line, didn't have to do it. Canelo didn't have to do it late in his career. Crawford has a lot. I mean, think about it though, to unify all 4 belts in a 3rd division if you're Terence Crawford. That's awesome. That's really great. 15 seconds left. Canelo gets out of the way of Crawford's straight jab right down the pipe. 10 seconds in the round. Canelo, still a pretty good counterpuncher. Not like he used to be. Oh, threw a big right. Crawford backs out of the way. Round 2 in the books. Canelo came out with a lot more energy, looking to throw more combinations in that round, and landed a couple of real good and solid hooks to the body, but Crawford countering. You know, nice exchange that they're showing a replay right now where Canelo buries a left into the body of Crawford. Crawford came back with a right to the face. Canelo landed a good right to the body in that round. I haven't seen any numbers yet. You know what I'm saying? So let me see if any of the live scoring has come up yet. An update here. MMA Weekly's live coverage of Canelo and Crawford. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, 10-9 Crawford in round number 1, just like I kind of thought. And round number 2's live scoring is not quite up yet, so I guess it's not as live as they say it is now, is it? Jeez. Just kidding. Kind of. Oh, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon in the house. Of course they are. They're taking WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia, but they're there in the house for this fight. Crawford downloading every movement from Canelo. He will have this figured out by round 7 through 9. Just what I said, Tim. Tim Willett. Thank you for the super chats as well, my friends. And yeah, give us that sub. Ring that bell so you get alerts when we're coming your way with more content and all kinds of things. But I said Crawford by KO, TKO, round 8 or 9. And it's starting to kind of look that way. Like, I don't know. You could just kind of read a fight. And of course, Canelo can change any of that with one shot at any time, as he's done before many times. Nice left to the body from Canelo. Crawford really quick, though, with the combos. He throws counter combos. That's elite. He doesn't just throw counter punches. He throws counter combos. And Canelo's missing wildly. So Canelo, 32% advancing, 44% center control. So I guess that's a fight total that they popped up on the screen. So Canelo charging forward a lot more and more aggressive in this round too. Coming forward, seemingly not even truly afraid of the power of Crawford. But the unofficial scorecard from Skipper, just as mine says, it's 10-9 Crawford in each of the first 2 rounds. So he's got 2 in the bank on Canelo. I told you he could win this fight by decision or by KO TKO. He could, but I think he's still going to win by KO TKO, round 8 or 9. And Canelo came in as a decent-sized favorite in the fight, remember. So Crawford at like plus 145 was looking like not easy money, but the odds were looking good, you know what I'm saying? And so hopefully I get a little extra cheese coming through this month. All right, here we go. Yeah, Dana and Turkey are looking straight down. They're just like this, but it's a monitor. And when a bald guy looks straight down the whole time, you know what I'm saying? You get that glare. Yeah, but they're watching the screen in front of them. Smile, guys. It's a big night. Man, Crawford's still coming forward. Canelo looked a little more aggressive to start the round. His face is red. He's sweating profusely. Crawford's still looking relaxed out there. Canelo threw a big right into the guard of Crawford, and Bud shook his head after the punch hit, which, you know, like when you shake your head, it's a telltale sign that it did actually hurt. That means it did. Straight jabs from Crawford. Canelo coming forward. Crawford counters with a combo. Terence, of course. Terence parents have a real good marriage. I know it's Clarence in the movie, but Crawford moving forward. And Crawford had Eminem walk him out at a fight. So come on, it all comes full circle in the world. Yeah, they're not. This fight's not as entertaining as Vargas and Callum Walsh. So good for them. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2. Round number 3 is in the books, man. When you see Dana White and Mark Wahlberg and Turki Al-Sheikh and all the celebrities on hand for this fight, Mike Tyson, Charlize Theron, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon, everybody sitting right there if any of you care. What are you thinking about this fight? I don't know about that round. Canelo was aggressive coming out again. Canelo losing and getting tired, not looking good, says Fernando. Okay, I like that. Let's go Canelo. I just looked and not from me. I'm just reading comments over here. Yep, when boxer shakes his head means it did hurt. Yep, F earned 25. 10-9, 10-9, 10-9, says Gambler Man. You got to know when to hold him, know when to fold him. Canelo's corner man's giving him boxing lessons in the corner in between rounds. That's never good when he's trying to show you. And Canelo is really sweating. His face is red. He's really sweating. Magic Johnson in the house. Living legend, the greatest point guard who ever lived. The Magic Man. Coming out aggressively for round number 4. Both fighters, Canelo and Crawford on MMA Weekly Live. Jim Grease, call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _ on social media, at MMA Weekly. Give us a follow. We make you holla. Canelo ducks under a buzzsaw of a right from Crawford, who just threw a couple of quick little shots at the body, connecting to Canelo. Crawford parrying the jab. Canelo lands a body shot. Crawford with a 5-punch combo on the way out. Ho-ho! Canelo taking the center of the ring, but Crawford just made him eat a bunch of leather, and Canelo getting aggressive, coming right at him. These two superstars coming right at each other now. This is game on. Let's go. Come on. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Canelo springing his step. He's hunting him down, walking him. He's walking him down. Crawford circling around as Canelo. He wants to tire Canelo out. Canelo will tire. You better be careful how much energy he expends. Canelo had Crawford up against the ropes for a second, landed one, but it looked like it hit the side of the arm of Crawford. But Canelo, perhaps a little bit of desperation, sensing that he might be down 3 rounds and trying to figure out a way to come through against Crawford. Let's see, round 2. Oh, wow. So Yahoo had round 2, Canelo, 19-19. I think that's Kevin, by the way. I don't know. Kevin's gone from Yahoo. What am I saying? And minute 30 left in the round. Crawford with a little bit of a double jab. Not much doing there. But maybe Canelo won round 2. And I don't know about round 3. We shall see. But Canelo definitely been more aggressive. Definitely been more aggressive. And so I've seen everything I've seen is 10-9, 10-9, 10-9 Crawford, or 10-9 Crawford, 10-9 Canelo, 10-9 Crawford. So everybody has Crawford at least up 2-1, and a lot of people have Crawford up 3 rounds to none. 55 seconds left in round number 4. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the great Mexican champion, legend, icon, on Mexican Independence Week at Allegiant Stadium in Viva Las Vegas, throwing heat in the direction of one Terence Bud Crawford. And Crawford connects with a nice left hand, a sweeping hook across the cheekbone of Canelo. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. I'm loving this to no end. 20 seconds left in round number 4. Canelo still pushing forward. He has controlled the ring. He has taken the center of the ring, and Crawford's been circling around him since the middle of round 2-ish. And Canelo with the ring generalship. Yeah, but that's kind of all he's got going for him. Shuffled the feet a little bit, but Crawford looks quicker. Crawford came in with a right as Canelo threw a right, and Crawford kind of shook his head at him like this as the end of the round hits. I don't know. Maybe Canelo won that round. Maybe, just maybe, we're 2-2 after 4. This fight living up to expectations, no? What would you say? What do you think so far, my friends? Mi amigos y amigas. Crawford grazed Canelo with a right, came back with a body shot to the midsection. Canelo, a beautiful straight right. For the first time in this fight, Canelo actually landed a power punch that caused some damage to Crawford, and he hit him twice with straight rights in that round, maybe surprised Crawford a little bit. So Canelo starting to land that right hand on Crawford a little bit. So I think we thought as the fight went on, Crawford would stay more fresh. Crawford would make better adjustments. You know what I mean? But not necessarily. Not necessarily. Canelo, a great champion, an incredibly smart boxer himself. That's why I talked about heading into the fight that we don't want to. Oh, Logan Paul's in the house. So Mike Tyson, like a Tyson blow. So we start round number 5. Canelo and Crawford. Like I said before the fight, you don't want to fall into a trap of saying it's just power puncher versus, technician, or speed versus power, or age versus this. Or no, they're all well-rounded machines. They've been multiple weight class champions, unanimous. There's no hole in either man's game, really. So, and maybe they're older and you look and you're splitting hairs and you're looking for things, but being real about it, either guy could win in any possible way throughout this fight. As they fight round at number 5, neither man willing to concede the center of the ring yet. Crawford's lunging forward with the double jab. Canelo missing with a right. Yeah, Skipper's unofficial scorecard has Crawford up all 4 rounds, 10-9s. And I'm inclined to agree. Maybe 1 round for Canelo, but I don't think so. I think it's 4-zip. Bud. Remember, I picked him straight up, and I picked him to win by KO TKO in the 8th or 9th round. We're in round 5. Canelo showing no signs of being tired, though. I mean, he sweats, obviously, like crazy anyway. He's boxing. But, and if you've never boxed, good Lord, go try to hit that bag for even 3 minutes. You'll know why it's so tough on these guys. But 3-minute rounds, 12 is 36-minute fights. Crazy. Shovel left from Crawford, just barely missed Canelo. One of these big shots is going to land from these guys. Canelo, 18 power shots, 1 jab. Crawford, 20 power shots, 11 jabs here in the 5th round. So Crawford, the more active fighter, throwing more volume. His combos are crisp, man. His levels, his angles, his speed, his precision, the timing. Man, it's easy to see why he's so great when you watch him. Truly a pleasure and a masterclass to watch these two incredible boxing champions, legends, top 10 pound for pounders right now. A minute left in round 5. Crawford and Canelo. Canelo has retaken the center. Crawford dancing around him. Canelo trying to pin him against the ropes. Crawford scooting out. Oh, big left misses from Canelo. Crawford came back with a counter right that grazed him on the chin. They're getting closer and closer with the kill shots. Crawford blocks a right from Canelo. Beautiful left hand comes up like an NHL goalie. Oh, 5-hole. Nope. Unbelievable. Canelo with a little bit of a jab to the body, the left, keeping him honest. Under 30 seconds left in round number 5. Unofficially have Crawford up 10-9 in all 4 rounds. Canelo up into Crawford, lifts him off the ground as Crawford headlocks him to the side. First time that's happened in the fight with the clench up like that. Good fight. Really good fight so far. Let me know how you're feeling. Crawford only chances first, 4th rounds and hurt Canelo. Martin, you're not watching the same fight we are, brother. You are not watching the same fight we are. End of round number 5. Canelo still looking a little spry. Now, you know how the cheekbones start to puff up a little bit? The smaller glove can knock you out quicker, but less hand protection, says James. That's a good point. A little bit smaller gloves in this fight. The puffiness starting to emerge around the eyes and the nose of Saul Canelo Alvarez. You know, you've been in so many fights. You have the scar tissue that I wish you saw. Sarcasm is to know it all. Close your eyes and out. No, anyway, I'm not kissing anybody. But Canelo swelling a little bit around the eyes, face red. Yes, sir. You got an international alert right here. How about that? From Scott Peterson, letting me know to let you know that Medi, M-E-D-I, is. Thank you very much for the super chat. By the way, I missed the name, but I don't miss the game. Medical intelligence from Medi, M-E-D-I. It's an AI-powered health companion is really what it is. It combines conversational and vision-enabled AI with a non-custodial wallet, as they show Deontay Wilder, And it simplifies everyday health tasks to help users find credible information, book appointments, and keep their data secure and private with Medi, M-E-D-I. Go over the QR code. Round 6 underway. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease on MMA Weekly. 49-46. Look at that. Skipper gave the round to Canelo. I thought Crawford won that last round. Crawford coming out a little more aggressive. He's been letting Canelo be the aggressor, letting Canelo take the center of the ring, letting Canelo dictate a little bit more of that pace. Crawford ducks out from the ropes on a big right by Canelo. Heat-seeking missile didn't find its home. Canelo aggressively takes the ring. Crawford in the corner, better get out of there. Yeah, hugs him up wisely, turns him around. Get out of there, bro. Do not get pinned in that corner against Canelo. That's a one-way ticket to night-night land if you're not careful, obviously, right? Crawford got to keep working that jab, that southpaw stance. Canelo very aggressive. Does not have fear of the Crawford of power at all. And we're at round 6. So Canelo walking forward, staying right in the pocket. Crawford, wants to keep that distance, so he's retreating just a little bit, but he's still, jabbing and parrying that jab, doing whatever he can to keep Canelo off him. But Canelo is literally walking straight forward and continuing just to come for that. Just keep walking. Dog walking him. You know what I'm saying? 135 left in round number 6. Canelo, that presence in the ring. Crawford's like, nope, shaking his head at him. He's just boxing. It's a science. You know what I'm saying? Crawford throwing little jabs at him. Canelo misses with a left to the body. Canelo, 19 headshots, 15 to the body. Crawford, 41 and 8. Obviously, in the round right here, Crawford really throwing a lot of punches and so many counter combos from Bud. That's what it is. Canelo's been aggressive, throwing big shots. Crawford, counter combo after counter combo, and so many jabs and parrying it. That counts as a punch thrown. Under 50 seconds left in the round. Who's winning? Crawford. 4 rounds to 1 unofficially. Oh, Canelo just missed with a big body shot, and Crawford threw a right counter and just missed him. Now Crawford popped him with a left. 30 seconds left, round number 6. We're about halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at this fight, it's delivered. It's meeting all expectations. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Bud Crawford, 2 of the greatest champions in boxing history, let alone this generation. Icons, legends, masters of their craft, putting on a show at Allegiant Stadium in Vegas tonight. So much on the line, too. This is a way better fight than Mayweather and Pacquiao was. Way better. Not even close. Not even close. Props to Turkey and Dana. End of the round, Canelo spry as he stomps to the corner. Man, the pride coming out of the Mexican warrior. I love it, man. Standing up. Now he sits at the stool. Canelo, fire in those eyes, looking back at his coach. Coming out very aggressively for most of the rounds in this fight. Speaking of which, Jim Greasehaber, Call Me Grease, MMA Weekly's live coverage. Canelo, Crawford, super fight, both top 10. It's going to be a draw. The house always wins, says Eugene Green. If they put a draw, I will literally, they're lucky I'm not in that building. Canelo coming on strong, though. He's coming on strong. I give him that. He's hit that kind of second win, cruising speed type of just boom, coming straight forward. That's the one thing I love the most about Canelo is Canelo. I try to say it like this all the time, too. Canelo, because I have Mexican friends and they try to teach me, no, Grease, Canelo. I've also been a ring announcer for years, and I learned to roll my R's. They're showing the replays, and Canelo got popped with a nice right from Crawford, and it was Crawford. Crawford so fast, Canelo threw a combo in the right. As the right was coming, Crawford ducked under from out of the ropes and was behind him by the time it hit. So back to Crawford, 10-9 that round. So only one round, the 5th being scored for Canelo by Skipper Kelp. 7th round started, just underway. Canelo in the black and gold. Crawford, oh man, he's got the black, the green, the red. So Crawford 5 rounds to 1 as we fight the 7th. Canelo throwing aggressively to start the round, but not really landing. Crawford counter shots, a couple of rights split the guard, popped back the head of Saul Canelo Alvarez. Nice right from Crawford. Look at these guys throwing bombs at each other to start round 7. It's like they just know how to do this or something, don't they? Yeah, how lucky are we, man? I got a 70-inch TV right in front of my face. Oh man, we'll be on site too in the future for some of these fights, some of these events. You'll be able to come out and meet us, say hi, meet fighters, meet all kinds of people, win prizes, buy merch, be a part of this rising tide of MMA Weekly. Canelo with a nice right managed to get around the glove of Crawford. And those arms got to be tired by now for Crawford and for both guys. But for Crawford in particular, like this the whole night, Canelo's hitting his arms here, hitting them here all night long, man. That just, your arms are dead the next day. You can't even lift them. I've talked to so many fighters about this where you fight a power punch or two. Speaking of which, shout out to Deontay Wilder. They showed the Bronze Bomber. 7 of 12. That's the round we're in right now. Crawford's hands starting to dip a little bit, maybe, as he's just kind of circling that glove, trying to lure Canelo in. Crawford with the shaking and bacon. Yeah, man, he's quick, and he is, wow. Canelo, 28% accuracy. Crawford, 29%. So, and Crawford's thrown 56 more punches than Canelo through, as we are just under a minute left in round 7. Oh, Crawford with a combo. Hit him with the left, missed him with the right. Canelo ducks out of the corner. 45 seconds left in the round. Both guys look fresh, well-trained, well-prepared. The adjustments that they've made in fight have been right on point. Man, what a fight. What a fight. Canelo, one of the best fights I've watched in my life, Canelo and Crawford right now. The precision, the ring generalship, the adjustments being made, the high level of the sweet science at its highest level is what we're seeing in this fight right now. I'd have to say it's a smashing success for Dana White and Turki Al-Sheikh so far. The co-main was off the chain. Walsh and Vargas Jr. brought the house down. Allegiant Stadium. No, Charles, Canelo's not winning, bro. Canelo ain't whipping anybody, Mr. J. Canelo going to lose if he don't knock Crawford out. I might be with you, Mark. Crawford really working off the jab late in round 7. Change in styles. Shadow boxing. I breaks them down to the bone gristle. Speaking of breaking it down, MEDI is an AI-powered health companion that combines conversational and vision-enabled AI with a non-custodial wallet to simplify everything and everyday health tasks. It helps users find credible information, book appointments, and keep your data secure and private with Medi. MEDI. Just hit that QR code right there for Medi. I mean, if you want to scan your code over to this side, there's no code coming off this face, though. Just a whole bunch of sexiness. Thank you, Scott. At least I get some ignite. It could be like Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. Everything's coming together anyway, right? Like boxing, UFC, TKO, and then you got WWE, right? Dana's getting into boxing. We're blurring the lines everywhere as we start round 8 unofficially. Oh, yeah. See, 6-1 Crawford. Unofficially, Skipper's got, and I tend to agree, 1 round for Canelo, if that round. I might say all rounds to Canelo. What do you think, MMA Weekly? I bet $30 on Crawford, hoping he wins. Hey, plus 145. I told you that was easy money. I'm at plus 145 on 100, so yeah, that'd be easy money. And then plus 850 for the KO TKO. It's round 8 though. I said round 8 or 9. Crawford on the TKO. I'm not backing off it. He's got 12 rounds to do it. Oh, a crippling body shot from Crawford to the right gut of Canelo. Buried it in the oblique. Boy, Canelo's strong and tough, man. He ate that like a champ. That was a brutal body shot. Like one of those Drago shots against Rocky or Apollo. Oh, and you're like, my kidney's dead. Canelo misses with a big right, buries a left into the body of Crawford. 64 punches landed for Crawford, 48 for Canelo. Most out of the southpaw stance for Crawford. Continues to circle around the edges, the periphery, the circumference, the perimeter, while Canelo continues to march forward. He's just a dog, man. That's Canelo for you. He's just going to keep coming forward. March, 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 march. And what a warrior. What an honor to be a Mexican person and have him out there as a source of pride, as a leader for you, as a warrior, and you're sitting there in that building or wherever you're watching it right now, feeling the pride that you feel because of him. Man, that's so awesome. That's one of the things I love so much about combat sports. Like the whole entire country of Mexico walked out with Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Just like Ireland did for Walsh, excuse me, for Callum, or when McGregor fights, obviously. He thinks he's going to get main event at the White House. I don't know about all that. Jones not, supposedly. I don't know. It'd be great to see Johnny Bones headline the White House card. I'm not going to lie. Somehow Michael Chandler will probably find his way on there. I want the genie lamp that he found. I need that in my life. Round 8, 40 seconds left. I love Mike Chandler. I'm not dissing him, but he's been very lucky with his path. Made a lot of money. Not saying he doesn't deserve it. Proud of my guy Justin Gaethje, too, on his path. Round 8, 11 punches landed for Crawford to 5 for Canelo. Referee splits him up with 25 seconds left. Man, it's nice to see Max Kellerman back, and in boxing too, no less. He's been there. I used to have a boxing show on MSG Network in New York when I lived there as a 20-something-year-old. Max Kellerman had a boxing show. 5 seconds left in round number 8. Props to Dana for the commentary teams and all that too. Canelo chasing Crawford around. Can't hit him. Crawford is so damn hard to hit, man. It's like Kaiser Soze. The Devil's number one, what was it? The Devil's number one trick was convincing the world he didn't exist. Like, you think you see him and you can't hit him. Canelo's suffering. Yeah, he might be. He can't hit him. Canelo is done, says Almira. Canelo now feeling the heat. Dude is afraid. No, he's not afraid. You guys, come on, man. Come on. He's not afraid. He's walking him down and pushing the pace and the tempo, taking the center of the ring. How is that afraid? Weak ass Canelo. No. Michael P. 5'3 Canelo. Canelo plus 290 live. There you go. Canelo boring. Damn, Canelo just got knocked down. No, he didn't. Boring as hell, says Jason. I don't know about that. I don't think it's boring. I think it's a great fight. Crawford for the win. Who's winning? Crawford. Canelo getting schooled, says Average Guy. I love a person who names himself Average Guy and just rocks it. Own that ish. Here comes round number 9. 78-74. They gave Canelo. Skipper did that round. He's giving Canelo 2 rounds, the 5th and the 8th. Oh, nice shovel uppercut from Crawford. Oh, Crawford with a big combo rocks Canelo. Oh, Canelo getting crushed. Crawford whooping that face. I'll whoop your head, boy. You know I will. 50 Cent. Except not with the back of the steel, with the front of these pieces of steel. Crawford headlocking Canelo. Canelo trying to smash him in the body up against the ropes. Crawford saying he got poked in the eye. How did he get poked in the eye? These aren't UFC gloves. They're thinner, but come on. They're going to check. Crawford goes to his corner. They're going to look. Referee's looking at his eye. What happened there? Canelo missed low with a left. Oh, Canelo going forward with his head. The Evander Holyfield School of Boxing. Go forward with your head and smash into everybody with your head till they want to bite your ear off. I was always so pissed about Holyfield with that. Holyfield's dirty ass headbutter, man, in that fight. And then Tyson bites his ear. Never should have done that. But Canelo straight down with the head. There's no place for that, man. It's a tactic. It's a tactic. Crawford's got to be ready for that, though, man. Headbutt by Canelo. He was getting cooked. You're right, Christopher McCullough. Canelo feeling the heat. Canelo trash. I would not say that. Is Canelo winning? No, Israel. He's not. Round 9, 2 minutes left. Crawford throwing more volume in this round. Even more. Canelo missing with a shovel right hook. Crawford, excellent defense. Unbelievable. I love it. Sound effects. It's not a martial arts fight. What am I doing? I'm not trying to be Bruce Lee. No. Canelo missing. I mean, some of his punches are missing by a foot. Crawford's so fast, so dang fast. Canelo trying to be in and out and quick. He's doing the best he can. I love just the way Canelo continues to come forward, regardless of what else is going on in the world. Canelo just keeps coming. This is how I'm coming. That's Canelo. And God bless him for it. I really, I have a lot of respect and appreciation for the style of Canelo Alvarez. Let's just say that for sure. Yeah, man. Canelo's landed a couple of overhand rights, and some of the other live scoring sites that I'm looking at have this fight within a round or two. So that I even see 67-66 Crawford on some cards through 7. Interesting how it's so subjective, but only three people's opinions matter. And you know who those are. Sometimes three blind mice. Canelo continuing to walk forward, but not a lot being done right now. Not a lot being thrown by either guy. 30 seconds left in the ninth round. 25. Crawford, big combo. Oh, he left himself wide open for a second there for Canelo, who wasn't able to hit him. 15 seconds left. 20 out of 39 for Canelo, 22 of 40 for Crawford. 51%, 55% total punches in round 9. Very, very close. This round's so close. This fight has gotten closer and closer, and I think Crawford banked a bunch of rounds early, but I think Canelo's starting to feel it. You know how he's being Canelo. He's all fired up, heading into the corner, stomping the feet, flexing the guns. Crawford looks a little tired on the stool, just kind of, I don't want to say melancholy, but Canelo coming at him full speed. Crawford landed a couple of nice counter lefts and a counter right to the body. Canelo left himself wide open to another beautiful counter. Crawford hook to the face. Real nice round for Terence, Bud Crawford there. Crawford getting knockout round 10. My prediction, says boxing expert. I said 8 or 9. Maybe it will be 10. Maybe it will be 10. Who's winning? Martin Gonzalez or Martin says. I say Crawford. As always, Canelo will win by decision. If they gave Canelo a decision right now, oh my God. This is why Inoue number 1. Oh man, yeah. Yeah. Canelo hopping off the stool, full speed ahead. Jacked and ripped is Canelo. Here comes Crawford, meeting him at the center of the ring like, yo, you might be walking at me the whole time. They gave Crawford that round 9, by the way. You might be walking at me the whole time, dog, but guess what? I'm going to be right here waiting for you every single time. Round 10 of 12, super fight of the the decade, the millennium. It's the biggest boxing match of the what? You tell me. Since when? Fix the timer. We're doing the best we can. Canelo is overhyped. Bree says, come on, Canelo. 2:15 left in round 10. Crawford, nice combo. It's looking more and more like we might not get a finish in this fight, like a knockout, but we'll see. I still think Crawford by KO/TKO. I'm standing by it. Who's winning? Crawford. Crawford has been running. I don't think he's been running, Yvonne. Thank you for the comments in the chat, by the way. MMA Weekly's live coverage, the audience surging higher than ever right now. Canelo Crawford. Crawford 83-40. Punches landed unofficially. Canelo still coming in hard and fast, man. The energy level's off the chain for Saul Canelo Alvarez. Oh, nice straight right from Canelo. Popped the head back of Crawford, but didn't damage him any. Yeah, he was moving the head back as he hit him. Looked like one of those movie punches, like barely. Or a WWE punch, if they were that good, which it'd be impossible. 1:15 left in the round. Canelo coming forward with the head down like this, just throwing. This dangerous headbutt position for Crawford. Got to really be careful because a headbutt really mess you up. And you could cut you, all those things could really be detrimental to Bud Crawford right now. Under a minute left, round number 10. Oh, we're in the championship rounds. Yeah, baby. Coming on up. Look at this. Crawford. Oh, Canelo shoves the forearm into the throat of Crawford up against the ropes. Little extra. Have some. You know what I'm saying? Have some. Canelo trying to fire bombs, pushing Crawford back into the ropes. Crawford leaning forward into Canelo, trying to clench up. The referee lets them continue. Does not separate them. Nice job there. Oh, Crawford peppering them with a combo. Right around the guard of Canelo and straight through it. 15 seconds remaining in round number 10. Canelo missing wildly with a right. Had to tie up Crawford on the way back up. You have to be careful when you're doing these fights like I am here because have a tendency to call it one way and you just start to look at one fighter and just talk about what he's doing. But Canelo, very aggressive to his credit. As we come to the end of round number 10, Canelo and Crawford. Canelo threw a huge right at Crawford. It hit his glove, slid off the glove, and then hit the side of his face. Canelo so bad. Someone sees Mr. Beast. Crawford is 1 round 10, I see. Crawford's so quick getting out of the way of Canelo's punches, too. Yo, what a fight. What a fight, man. I'm telling you, this is one of the best fights I've ever seen. Audience continues to surge. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the super chats. You know, we do this for you, and for you to show your appreciation like that is so respected and appreciated and welcome. So thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for hitting the bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content. A new attendance record for Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, 70,482 people for Canelo and Crawford as they take the center of the ring for round number 12. Canelo in the black and gold, Crawford the black, green, and red. 250 remaining in the round. And they both come out throwing heat. Canelo throwing bombs, and Crawford ties him up. Canelo 1 round 10, according to Skipper. He's got 97-93 Crawford. Canelo getting gritty and grimy, clenching it up with Crawford. Under 2:30 left in the round. Oh, nice right by Crawford to the side of the face of Canelo. Canelo does not look hurt at all, but Crawford landing more. Oh, nice uppercut from Terence Crawford. Oh, man. Canelo buries a right into the body. This is really getting good. Really getting good. Oh, nice left on the counter from Crawford. Canelo and Crawford going at it here tonight. Oh, Crawford, nice uppercut. Canelo with the jab. Canelo chasing him around the ring, step by step. So many of you in here now. Canelo needs a KO. Yep, I would say so. Canelo needs a KO. KO, not KO. How you like me now? The Ripper will not allow. Mama said knock you out. Oh, Canelo missing with a right above the head of Crawford. Had malicious intentions. Canelo got popped in the head by Crawford's right. That little straight jab by itself has some pop to it from Terence Crawford. Bud and Canelo toe-to-toe. The southpaw stance of Crawford, the conventional stance of Alvarez, toe-to-toe in the center of the ring right now, circling each other. Throwing heavy punches in volume in this round, number 11, as we bring you the fight of the century, of the decade, of whatever it is. Canelo, 101 power shots. Crawford, 98. Jabs, 7 for Canelo, 40 for Crawford. So do you like the power punches more? Do you like the jabs more? What say you? What say the judges in this fight? What an awesome fight this is. Wow, wow, wow. Canelo, Crawford, 35 seconds left. Round number 11. Canelo still moving forward. Maybe a little bit tired now. The sweat pouring off his face and head. Oh, beautiful left hand counter from Crawford. Canelo shook the head like this. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt you, Canelo. That hurt you, dog. Crawford still looking like it's round one with the footwork and the dancing. I think Crawford's showboating a little bit now for the judges and the crowd. Still spry with that footwork. Bounce, bounce, bounce. There's the end of 11, and we're going to round number 12. Canelo, Crawford, the fight of the decade, the century, the millennium. What is it? One of the biggest fights in boxing history. 2 top 10 on the pound-for-pound list right now. Showing some of the highlights of the last round. Canelo, nice body shot with the left into the side of Crawford. Terence, though, landed a lot more punches in that round. Canelo swinging at air in many cases. Crawford landing counter combos, a left that they just showed right there. Crawford, even as he's backing up. Oh, Canelo split the guard with an uppercut and a straight right back to back. Very nice. The uppercut and the straight right. You know, Crawford just kind of backing up slowly. Regroup and collect himself a little bit there. A new attendance record set. I can imagine the viewership and the buys off the chain tonight as well. A new era in boxing. Turki Al-Sheikh, Dana White, Riyadh season. Dana White making a grand entrance into the sport he grew up loving. Boxing lesson by Crawford. Too good, too technical, too accurate. Yes, sir. Runner Crawford like Mayweather. Man, come on. If you bowed it, bowed it. Pac-Man Shoemaker. If you bowed it, then say you bowed it, bowed it. I'm Master P. I'm bowed it, bowed it. All right. Thanks for that. Yeah, like who has it at 114, 114? You're insane. So Steve Weisfeld's on this fight. Either Canelo does something dramatic here, or Crawford becomes the first ever lightweight champion, real champion, Ring Magazine, whatever you want to call it. Right. That's what they're saying right now. 10-9 Crawford, round 11. So 1, 2, 3 rounds for Canelo is what Skipper has. And I'm inclined to be right there with him. Look at the numbers, Scott, through the roof. Thank you so much. Please smash that subscribe, hit the like, the bell, all the above. And thank you so much for the super chats. Don't forget about the QR code for Medi, M-E-D-I, medical assistance in the new world, AI powered. Terence Crawford almost took Canelo's head off with the left right there. Bud by KO TKO. I'm looking like I might lose that one here, but I got plenty of time, 145. And if Canelo feels like he's losing the fight late or he needs a knockout, he might get a little reckless and get caught and sleep night. Know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm not playing. How about this? They are two of the greatest fighters we've ever seen. They are two of the biggest legends the sport has ever known. They are going toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring, in the middle of Allegiant Stadium, in the middle of Las Vegas right now. What a world we live in. Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. We are live right now on MMA Weekly, bringing you the best that combat sports has to offer in this world. Jim Greasehopper, call me Grease, Gries, at Jim Grease _. Give me a follow, make you holla, at MMA Weekly as well. Just about a minute left in round number 12. Man, this crowd through the roof at Allegiant Stadium, and Dana and Turkey have to be super happy with what's going on here, but they're under a minute, man. Oh, beautiful counter from Crawford as Canelo came in throwing heat. The shovel, half uppercut, half hook, just buried into the face. Both fighters at 37% accuracy on total punches. I believe Crawford has this fight in the bag. 30 seconds left in this super fight. The top 10 pound-for-pound fighters, the multiple-time, multiple-division champions. Will Bud Crawford unify for the third time? He's close. Canelo has done it before. 15 seconds remaining. Flurries coming now. Punches in bunches, as I like to call them. 10 seconds. 9. Crawford throwing bombs. Canelo in the pocket. Oh, Terence Crawford with a big left and another one to follow up with the right. 3 seconds left. 2. And this one's in the books. Crawford with a blitz at the end of the fight. If you just please, if you didn't get a chance to see it right now, just please, oh my Lord, please watch the last 30 seconds of this fight. In particular, the last 10. I think Terence Crawford did it. I think Terence Crawford is now, for the third time, has unified a championship. I do believe someday, you and me, you know what I'm saying? I do believe the undisputed super middleweight champion is Terence Bud Crawford. 70,000 plus at Allegiant Stadium. Terence Crawford lining up Canelo when he whiffed on a right, blasted him with a left hook. Canelo's whole body turned. The sweat went flying. You're going to see that all over every highlight. Speaking of highlights, while you're here, MMA Weekly, #1 in the world of combat sports, UFC events. We're live during the pay-per-views. We'll be doing a post-fight show every Sunday after these big fights and these big boxing matches. So many things planned. We've been doing it since the pandemic. MMA Weekly for over 20 years. So think about this: the weigh-ins, the press conferences, the content leading up to the biggest fights, then the companions during the fights, the sirens that warn of the air raid. Terence Crawford incoming. Unifying again. I do believe. Man, I'd love to see the rematch, man. I haven't seen a fight like this in boxing in a long time, where we got both fighters at their absolute, and they're a little older, but at their peak. They're both top 10 pound for pound, champions, legends, and we still have the sirens going in the background for you. Numbers through the roof. Please subscribe, Smash the like, the bell, so you know when you're coming your way with more content. And of course, remember where you are. MMA Weekly. Give us a follow. Make ya holla. Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. I'm the handsome one on the bottom left of your screen. That's my University of Miami degree, the bottom left. Careful how you say the word left these days. Oh man, Terence Crawford, like his corner is a very happy corner right now, saying the least. Crawford and Canelo to the middle of the ring. Get the sponsors on, the shirts, the hats, the flags. Get it all, boys. Let's go. Canelo's face looks a little beat up. He looks kind of like he knows he lost. The undisputed and Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Championship 168. The official decision coming your way right now. The official decision. Michael Buffer. And here we go. You ready, MMA Weekly? Are we ready? Come on. After 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Steve Weisfeld scores it 116-112. Max DeLuca. Oh, it's unanimous for Crawford. Max DeLuca and Tim Cheatham have it 115-113 to the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford. Oh, yeah, unanimous decision. Dave Chappelle loving it ringside in Vegas. Yeah, Mr. Beast too. Sell some candy bars, brother. Terence Crawford has done it. He's got a cut on his right eyelid. Dana White is coming in. He's going to put the belt on him, coming in behind him. Terence Crawford putting on the performance of his career. Terence Crawford putting on a legendary showcase in the sport of boxing to beat the great Canelo Alvarez. Maybe he's not the same Canelo. Maybe he's not. But he came forward. He took the center of that ring. He was aggressive, throwing heat throughout this fight. You cannot say a word about the performance of Canelo Alvarez. You cannot say a word about the heart of Canelo Alvarez, legendary champion, icon. He loses in Vegas on Mexican Independence Week in Allegiant Stadium in front of a record crowd in a historic landmark event for the sport. Turki Al-Sheikh and Dana White. What a fight. I would be surprised if we see a rematch. I'd be happy if I saw a rematch. Look at Mark Anthony. I didn't think Mark Anthony was any good until I saw him in concert in Spanish. Blows my damn mind. Blows my damn mind. Oh, Roy Jones Jr. in the Heezy for Sheezy. Nice to see him. He got that gold medal from the Korean fighter. That was dope. Crawford's got all that gold, all those belts. Max Kellerman in the ring. Truly historical win. What are you feeling right now? Well, all praise to the Lord above me, says Terence Crawford. Because without him, I wouldn't be here. And I told y'all, I'm not here just by me. God blessed me, and he made this event. He made this night just for me, and I've been telling y'all that. So Terence Crawford, love and respect to his Lord, undisputed in Ring Magazine Super Middleweight Champion, goes to 42-0 with 31 knockouts. He won straight up at plus 145. I thought for sure he was going to win KO TKO at plus 150, but Terence Crawford's got his kid behind. Look at this. This is great, man. This is what it's all about. A huge night. The biggest star in the sport is now finally becoming a star. This is what Dana White will do. Boxing has done a really shitty job creating stars. They don't want to. They want the promotions to be stars. The promotions don't want the fighters to be unified. They don't want the best to fight each other. It's not always good for business. Dana White says, F that model. We're doing things a different way. And we'll see. Cynics and critics like Oscar De La Hoya have said that Dana's not going to be able to pull it off, but we'll see. Dana's got big announcements coming up, but the night is not Dana's. The night is Terence Crawford's. Undefeated at 42-0. You know what I mean? This is crazy. If you never fight again, what will this generation say about you? What the last one said about Floyd, what they said about Sugar Ray Robinson. They'll say no one could have beaten our guy. And is this the last fight of your career? Terence Crawford. Like I said before, I don't know. I got to sit down with my team. So Max trying to put him on the spot and get that out of him. Omaha, Nebraska, Bud, no fear to hear. Max trying to get it out of him there, but, doing his job. No, Bud's not giving that up. No, not a chance. So thank you to all the supporters, what have you. I don't think Terence Crawford's going to retire. They was going to burn that stadium down if they robbed Bud of that clinic he put on. What a boxing performance by Terence Crawford under the brightest lights in the biggest fight in the biggest stadium, setting attendance records. Man, oh man, the performance of a lifetime against another legend himself in Canelo. Oh man, what a privilege and an honor to sit here with you tonight on MMA Weekly. The real deal Holyfield in the house, and that's relevant, real deal Holyfield. And now you and hoes know how I feel. All right, Max has got Canelo now, and Canelo, I mean, what a performance by him too. He took the center of the ring in every round. He came forward throwing heat throughout the fight. He was just outmatched, man. Look, two of the judges had it 115, 113. That's only 2 hours. That's close. Closer than I thought. There was a 119 in there. You know what I'm saying? Was it 117? I don't remember. Yeah, just remember Canelo's taking home 150 millions. He didn't lose. Still a win from Juan Rodriguez. Of course it's a win. And to put on a performance like that for your people in your week of Mexican independence, to put on a performance with that army around you, behind you, beside you, that feeling that you get, the national pride of Mexico for Canelo and so many people who aren't Mexican. Love him. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate the super chat. First time watching. Ready for the commentary. Thanks, Maine. All right, all right. And so what do we have here? The fact that I'm here makes me already a winner. Oh, they have the translator. Wow, Max Kellerman's brilliant, man. It's so nice to have him back in the sport and in the spotlight. Stephen A's ringside. I'd love to see them two jump in and fight each other next. I don't want a partner no more. Man, he put on a clinic, Stephen A. This is how you get paid by everyone. Hundreds of millions. Thank you, Stephen A. Everybody gets paid more because it trickles down. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, guys, for being here. We love you. MMA Weekly. Man, oh man, oh man. Going to the scorecards. That's right. One of the most anticipated fights in boxing history with two of the all-time greatest, and especially of this generation, right? And I know people will say Canelo's been fading, and he has been fading. And people will say that Terence Crawford has been unbelievably great. Yep, hand pay Hunter. Yep. Bud the greatest. Props to Canelo. Crawford definitely won. Yep, Big Poppy. Yep. Canelo taking risks. You got to give it to him, man. He didn't have to do this fight. Neither guy did. Crawford had that incentive to unify that belt, super middleweight, but Canelo didn't have to take this fight. And he did. And he fought Mayweather, and he fought the trilogy with Triple G. So mad respect and mad props to Canelo Alvarez. I'm telling you, I've been in Vegas for every Conor McGregor fight there. I've been all over the place for him. And Canelo's like that. When the whole entire country's there behind you, the only thing I have to compare it to is Conor McGregor in the UFC, Canelo in boxing. Canelo in boxing. Even Oscar De La Hoya, who had all the fans in the world, so many great, Mike Tyson, the whole world stopped. But I'm talking about one group of people with their guy, Canelo, Mexico, Conor, Ireland, Boom Boom Mancini, Italy, back in the day, Roberto Duran, Puerto Rico. Is that Scott playing me off? Time to, we still got a huge audience. Thank you so much for being here. Please smash that like button, the subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we're coming your way with more content. Soon we'll be doing post-fight shows on Sundays. We'll be live for all the big boxing matches, live for all the UFC pay-per-views. Got a big one coming up early October. Don't forget about that one in Vegas with, Alex Pajeda and Uncle Liev again. $2 from Sean Moore. Thank you. Sean says Crawford older and smaller, but really just elite boxing from both guys, but especially Crawford tonight. And even though we didn't get the KO TKO that we were hoping for from Crawford on that money tip, we got the win and we got to see history as he becomes an undisputed champion in the super middleweight division, has unified 3 belts in his career, and he did it against a legend tonight. Crawford beats Canelo by decision. Yep, Walsh beat Fernando Vargas Jr. in the co-main. They really showed up and showed out as well. Thank you so much to Scott Peterson. One more time, I want to tell you about Medi. Make sure you hit that QR code, the AI-powered health companion Medi, conversational and vision-enabled AI with a non-custodial wallet to simplify everyday health tasks. helping users find credible information, book appointments, and keep their data secure and private with Medi, MEDI, Medical Intelligence. Until next time, my friends, keep your game tight and your mind right. I am Jim Grease-Sauber. Call me Grease. Thank you for watching MMA Weekly's live coverage of the super fight of all super fights, Canelo versus Crawford from Vegas. Keep coming back for more of the best combat sports content in the game from MMA Weekly.
I'm just calling to say I